How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Ternowski. With me is my awesome co-host, Brett Harvey Wheezy. We're doing another festival special this week, and we got two of the artists performing at Skull House Rock Fest, which is a tattoo music and tattoos fest. So that's pretty sweet. So first up, we got our homie Jack the Underdog.
What's up,
Jack,
y'all?
dude,
Welcome
how you
in.
doing?
Thanks for
Welcome.
having me.
Welcome back.
I was gonna say it's nice to meet you officially.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Super nice to
Last
be here.
I think last time it was Matt. Matt was
I th
on
I think
co-host
so.
duties.
And that was like what, end of the year 2023? So
Hmm.
about like 2 full years ago.
Jeez.
2 full years.
Yeah.
It's Dude, time is crazy.
Yep. This
I
year has been
literally
so fast.
it's so fast.
Yep.
It's I I'm at a loss for words, to be honest.
I'm in the
It's
same boat.
it has gone by so fast. So with that, you're set to perform Skull House Rock Music and Tattoo Fest in Dundalk, which is like a suburb, right, of
Yes,
Baltimore,
correct.
Maryland, on the weekend of October 24th through the 26th at the American Legion Post 38. How'd you get involved with the fest?
I actually got involved. It was funny. A bunch of our friends all got involved at the same time. So it ended up being, myself, Walk on Mars, Dawn, LOL, it's Leah, a bunch of people, Joey CXP. And I originally got involved via email. It was just a cold reach out, basically. I can't remember if someone had directly referred me or not, but Dustin reached out and he was interested. And I saw that he had mentioned like Walk on Mars was a part of it, and they're some of my best friends. And so yeah, it was really excited to be asked to be part of that. Don and I were in the process of scheduling out our tour, and it
Hmm.
actually fit perfectly into it. So we are going on tour next month, and then towards the end of the tour is the Skull House Festival, which is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I like when Dustin, same thing. He like cold emailed me as well, seeing if we wanted to be a part of it and stuff. And it took me a bit. I'm so bad with emails sometimes.
Yep.
So, Dustin, I'm super duper sorry. Like, it's not you. It is for
I
sure me.
I need to
Uh,
apologize to Dustin too. Am so bad at responding to emails. I always like text Ben and the manager of Walk on Mars, and he just relays the information that Dustin
like,
needs.
if anybody wants to really get a hold of me, right? DM me on Instagram. You're gonna get a way faster response. I currently have like 24 sitting emails currently, and that's super good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very
That's a
proud of
low for
myself.
you.
That's a low, and I'm really proud of that right now.
Love
Uh,
that. My Instagram DMs are a disaster. I cannot get to them. So can't relate. I'm not in the same place as you for that one.
I don't know why that is the one place where I answer everything.
Hmm.
I'm pretty fast with it too. Um, as long as I see it, when it gets into the requested things, boy, do I have a hard time looking at that.
Yep.
I
I'll
just
see like
forget.
messages like months later and I'm like, oh, it's like sometimes it's important or it's like a question about a show. And I'm like, the show
Mhm.
already happened and I didn't see this. Like,
But see,
yeah.
that's when you need to answer it.
Yeah. Be like, oh,
Right,
I'm
And
so
right.
answer it.
sorry.
Oh,
No. You need to answer it like you normally would. Be like, oh yeah, so I'll be there at like 5:30 or whatever the question is. Just answer it, even though it's well past. I think it's
Right. And then be
you
like,
can
oh
totally
no,
use my gear.
I think it just sent. Like, I don't know why that just sent.
That's crazy. I don't know why that
I
just
hit I
happened.
hit send like 2 weeks ago. That's so weird that you like just got it just now. Weird.
That's crazy.
I guess everywhere I've gone just has really terrible internet. I'm so sorry.
Hmm.
So
Literally.
whether or not people are familiar with Jack the Underdog, what can people expect from your performance at the fest?
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's kind of playing a bunch of new songs, new era of the Jack the Underdog music, which I'm really really excited for. This is gonna be my fifth time hitting the road. But it really is like my first festival. We're doing a festival before on the
Yeah, I
same
saw
tour,
that.
so technically that'll be the first festival. But kind of mixing my setup with some of my classic, really popular originals like Sad Today and Fences, and then playing some of the new stuff that I've been working on and releasing. Obviously sprinkling in the Swemo because Everyone loves a Slimo. And then working with Dawn for a couple of collab songs, which I'm really excited for. I'm also going to be playing the emo night that's on the Sunday
Yeah.
date of the festival, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Walk on Mars is kind of fronting that as like the band for it.
Okay.
But we're all of us homies are all jumping up and singing with him or singing with Mary, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
That
Nice.
sounds like it'll be a good time. Yeah, Dustin was
Yeah.
talking about that when we had a chance to talk to him,
Mhm.
and like you're all just kind of like going all in for the emo night, and that sounds like a fucking blast, man.
It's going to be just basically a party, which is going to be so sick.
And it
Hell yeah.
seems to be, what any pictures, videos, this kind of seems to be like what your shows are like. Just a party. You're just there to
Absolutely.
party and have fun.
That's exactly what I want,
Make sure
Feel like
everybody
a
has fun.
yes, you come to the community, it's a safe space for, everyone
Hmm.
and have fun for a night. That's my goal.
It's all we can do anymore. Just
Absolutely.
have a safe space for our friends and the community, and just you know try and have a moment of fun
Exactly.
in
Yep.
the crazy times.
Hmm.
You brought this up though, Skullhouse Rockfest is just one of the stops on your and Don's Born in the Wrong Eras tour.
Yes.
Also like the two tour.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Being from Minnesota, we say tour, instead of tour, and
tour,
we like the
tour.
pun of we did the first tour in May, so this is the second tour.
Yeah,
So yeah.
clever. I like that. So what are some of the other places you're looking forward to playing? You were saying that you're playing another fest as well. Which one's that?
Yes, that one is in Columbus. That one's the High Spirits Music Festival. That one's
Oh,
gonna be a lot of fun. Got a couple friends on there. Dawn obviously is on that as well.
right.
Um, and we're starting to tour off in Louisville, going up into Ohio for that festival, playing a hometown show for a homie named Yako Bucci. And then we go kind of more East Coast. We're going into Pittsburgh and Philly. Love playing both Pittsburgh and Philly. I've played both a couple times now, and they're always so much fun. New York and Boston, very much looking forward to those ones. I always have a blast in New York and Boston. And then we're doing Richmond, Charlotte, obviously the Baltimore dates. I feel like I'm missing one more, but kind of just like, a little bit of this area and then down here, Louisville in Ohio and then East Coast, which is going to be, I'm so stoked. I miss being on the road so much.
Dude, I was really disappointed that I wasn't able to, make it out to the Minneapolis date the last time you came
Hmm.
through. Is It's like you're so fucking close, but that's still like
Yep.
3 hours for me.
Yeah,
And my car is been in shambles for quite some time, and
I completely get it, dude.
it's the
Next time.
worst. Next time,
We'll make it happen next time.
yeah, I'll take a fucking
I'll
drone.
pick you.
I'll get
You
there.
know what? I'll drive all the way out from out here and I'll pick you up. Okay,
You're gonna
Pat.
pick me up and
Yes.
then
Hey,
drive three
yeah,
hours. All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
hold
on.
you
Love
to
it.
it.
Love it.
He's only
We
like
out here.
5 hours away.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
Damn.
so
No
like
big deal.
it's only an
Crazy.
8 hour drive. That's friendship.
Yeah.
To be honest, my younger days of touring prepared me for this, Pat. I
Yeah,
once drove a van all the way from Hoboken, New Jersey to Milwaukee in basically one sitting. So
I've
Wow.
yeah,
I'm good.
that's kid
I
stuff, bud. That's kid stuff.
I
I've done.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've done Orlando, Florida to Duluth. That's
Mm.
26 hours.
I think I still got you beat. I
Good.
did.
Yeah.
I wasn't the driver though. I will preface that I was not the one driving, but I was in the car and it was from Vegas to Nashville. And it
Ooh, that's
Nice.
a
was
hike.
I think it
It
was
is.
20 something in the high 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we basically had two drivers that would just swap back and forth. So we didn't stop. We didn't have a hotel overnight or anything,
Yep.
which was insane.
That's what we did for that Florida drive. We were actually leaving Full Sail University,
Hmm.
and just driving home.
Wow.
I remember we were trying to get out of there because it was what is it? Like a hurricane. That's what
Mm.
they get down there. A hurricane was
Yeah.
coming. Um,
Yep.
I wanted to say tsunami because it's just more
That was the
fun,
first thing that popped in my head too. Yeah. Oh yeah,
but
it's
it's not.
tsunami. But wait,
It's a
no.
hurricane, right?
Right. It's a hurricane. I don't think we get too
Uh,
many tsunamis out here.
Yeah.
yeah. So a hurricane, like we're driving through like
That's
Not
crazy.
not the start of it. Like we were in it at this point, but
Wow.
Whew.
not
Wolf.
like not like strap in there, bud, not like
Right.
hunkered down in the homes yet in it, but because there were other people driving too. But, we're just Minnesota boys. We don't know
Yeah.
nothing about no hurricane.
Yep.
No, but we do. We got snow in
We
the
got
Midwest,
blizzards,
and
which
we
is
got
Yep.
blizzards.
that shit's prepared for me for just about anything.
I
Right.
completely agree. Dude,
Yeah.
down here in
Right.
Nashville, no one drives when it snows. It snows a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Usually it only lasts a couple days. The longest the snow lasts down here is probably like 7 days, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But whenever it snows, no one goes out.
Yeah.
So because I do know how to drive and I have a Jeep Wrangler, I really just go out. There's no
Yeah.
one else on
Yeah.
the roads. I can
Yeah.
drive safely and I can do what I need to do, which is great.
It's just snow. It's,
Yes.
it's just snow.
It's
For the
bad
And
when
sh
when it gets icy and they don't have any salt or
Right.
anything
Because they
right.
don't
to
have
because
to.
they don't
There's no
have yeah,
point.
they don't have any of the
Right.
infrastructure. That's when it gets real bad. But
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I I
Right.
lived in Kansas City for a very short amount of time, and they were the same way. Like, if it snows, and it's like you have fucking winter still,
Hmm.
but like, even if it snows, it's like they cancel school just if it snows.
Right.
Or they did. It was like, fuck, man. Like you are still the Midwest. I don't understand.
Right. I mean, like some of the blizzards that we get here in Wisconsin, and
Yeah.
like that they don't cancel school for. It's like, nah, man. They 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 know that we've got this. Like they know that we know our way around the road.
Yep.
Put them chains on them tires.
It's insane though.
It was funny
Yeah.
when I was a junior and senior in high school when I was in Minnesota still. The it was so cold some of
Yeah.
those days that we didn't have school. It wasn't the snow. It was
Yeah.
because it was so cold. You couldn't stand out at the bus stop.
Yep.
My car wouldn't start.
Mhm.
Like there was one day where school wasn't canceled, but I went out to my car, tried to start it, wouldn't start, tried it again. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going. Just went right back
Yeah.
inside. I was like, this is what happens when it's like negative 45 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Like,
When
Yep.
I tell people that it has been negative 75 with the wind chill, like
mhm.
they don't understand what that
Right.
they
Nope.
It hurts.
most people
Yep.
can't fathom like what
Yep.
that is. Even
Right.
negative 45, which with the wind chill is not abnormal. That is
Mhm.
an every
Right.
year occurrence.
Yes.
Yep.
And most people just can't even comprehend what that's like.
Yep.
And we
Right.
just like I when I was touring and as dumb as shit, right? Like we toured in winter all the time.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
just wore
Same.
Toms. No socks, Toms.
Oh my
Toms,
gosh.
I never until I was like an adult. I was in my 30s when my wife bought me a winter coat
Oh my
because
gosh.
I didn't do winter coats. I would
That's
Right.
wear
so funny.
I would wear my sweatshirt and I had like a leather jacket.
That's what I did too. I would just like layers, like a hoodie, and
Dude,
then maybe something on
Yeah.
top of it.
You can't go on tour
Yeah.
in a parka, man.
No,
What the
no.
fuck? You look like a
okay,
goober.
fair. But when I went on tour last year, it was November, East Coast, and I definitely had like a snowboarding jacket with me that I would
It
like.
does nowadays it's so different, but I feel like in
Right.
the early like 2000s, you couldn't do that. Like
Right.
you'd
You
look
look
like
like a
one of them local bands.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
gosh,
Posers.
right.
Posers.
Hey
dude,
man, the pains of being beautiful. Let me tell you.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
loading loading in fucking Toms and no socks. What a nightmare. What an
So funny.
idiot. So dumb. All right, Brett, I've
Uh,
bogarted this for it's you.
oh no, you're
You-
no, you're good. I as much as I love talking about winter.
yeah.
Um, so on September 5th, you released your latest single. I'm way too high for this.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the song and what's the reception been like?
It's been really great. I'm really glad that people are liking it. It was a really fun song to write. I wrote it with my friends Rajiv Dahl, Adam Vultek, and Grace C. Moses. Some of my good friends down here that I write with quite a bit. I was actually with Sierra Annie. I'm sure you
Yeah,
guys are familiar with Sierra Annie as
totally.
well. I was with her one day. This was over a year ago. And we were jokingly kind of thinking through song ideas. And I was like, oh, I'm way too high for this. Like, it's stupid or whatever. She's like, no, you should definitely write that. And that's not what we wrote that day, but she's like, you should definitely write that. And then later I went to my session with the other guys that I wrote that song with, And then I was like, there might be something there, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I thought it was, I thought it was a fun kind of cheeky concept of kind of saying, you're way too high for this. When you're intoxicated, you're kind of just like, whatever, right? I don't really care about that. But it also has the double meaning of like I'm above it, right? Like I'm above the hate comments and the
Sure.
marginalization and the discrimination and the amount of comments that I'll get on my social media posts that are calling me
Right.
slurs and things. And at the end of the day, it's like those people kind of like you kind of feel bad for them. Like you pity that they're that they think that way and they're
Right.
that they are that way. So the song kind of has a double meaning in that sense. But it's been a lot of fun. It was really cool to experiment with the genre. I'm really into kind of just mixing a bunch of different sounds and making something different and new. And so we kind of brought together, the metalcore, the EDM, a little bit of the pop punk, kind of the trap, just a bunch of different sounds, hyper pop. And I really just love having that kind of, I love just mixing genres. So I'm really glad it's been received well. And I'm really excited to be playing that one on tour and at the Skull House Festival as well.
Hell yeah. It's a
Excellent.
fucking banger for sure.
Thanks, y'all.
Um, but I have to ask. So like, yeah, I've seen like you like posts on social media, and you use like some of those shitty comments that you
Hmm.
get. Like, how do you deal with that?
Hmm. Writing is a really good one. I mean, that song "I'm Way Too High for This" was kind of like a little therapy session for that exactly, right?
Yeah.
I try not to let comments hurt my feelings. Typically,
Right.
they don't. Sometimes if it's like hyper specific about like, oh, this music sucks or whatever, maybe that one will hurt my feelings a little bit more.
Which is fair,
But
because it's like, hey, that's my shit, man.
Right.
exactly, that's my art,
Right.
right? But
Personal.
yeah,
Like, fuck you,
when
dude.
exactly. But yeah, when people are calling me slurs or just saying really, really hateful stuff, I've been told on the internet that people like me should all be sent to concentration camps. Like I've literally gotten comments like that.
Yeah.
And it's like y'all are very stupid. Like y'all we're all above you guys. Like you
Right.
if that's really how you think, like I don't feel bad about this because I know this is nonsense, right? Like this
Right.
is
Right.
not how the general public thinks as well, right?
Right.
Right.
So really, it's just kind of about just kind of ignoring it, using it as comment bait and as content, and turning the negativity
Genius.
into positivity.
Yeah.
I love doing my branding with my songs and with my content, so I thought, why not just use it, make a song for that exact occasion, right?
Right.
It's genius. Like,
No, I love it.
yeah.
It's we live in an era where there unfortunately is like a lot of toxicity out there, and while it may not be the majority of people, oftentimes it's the people with the biggest mouths and sometimes the louder
Hmm.
voices that think that way. So it's refreshing to
Yeah,
hear that it's that type of attitude is being turned around into something creative
Right.
and
hmm,
meaningful, like
yep. That's all we can do,
kind
right?
kind of throwing it back in their face like, oh yeah, well, take this.
Exactly,
And it's also
exactly.
it's like I just gotta say it's incredible how stupid someone has to be. Like, the internet is fucking forever.
Yes,
Right.
Like,
exactly.
your
Mm-hmm.
face, your
Yep.
name, your
Yep.
everything
Oh
is
yeah.
right there.
Yep.
How
Yep.
fucking dumb are you?
If
Yep.
I was mean, or maybe not even that, if I had more time on my hands, I could get many people fired. The amount of
Right.
Right.
people
Yeah.
that
It's
call me
crazy.
slurs, or people that are, black slurs or anything like that, like your face, your name, and your job is on your profile.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
like,
pretty easy to
Right.
find and
Right.
contact your employers, right? I have
Right.
never done that, right? But
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm not saying I
Pe-
won't ever do it.
yeah.
Right. Well,
Give me a reason.
people
Yeah,
don't think that far ahead. And
exactly.
people also think that, oh well, I can just delete stuff and no one will ever see it. Ha!
Yep.
Jokes on you.
It's
Welcome
never,
to the internet, buddy. It's not how it works.
never.
Exactly. Yep.
Someone has screenshotted it.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like, besides that, it's just on the internet. It's there. It's
Yeah.
forever.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Um, on a completely different note, I think this question is very funny because I
Hmm.
fucking love it.
All
Okay.
right.
So, Jack, you have released almost entire band's discography worth of music so far in 2025, with no signs of slowing down.
Yep.
Do you have another EP or album coming like in the
I
works that
I
you can talk
do.
about?
I
Okay.
do, and I can. So I don't know exactly when I'm gonna officially announce the album, so I don't think I can tell you the exact date yet. But
Okay.
I am working on an album. The singles that I've put out so far for that album are Black Hole, Substance, I'm Way Too High for This, Ties Cut. Is there one more? And Hate the Way I Love You. Those five songs were the first five singles from this album.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to this project. It will be coming out in 2026, so not this year. It's
So
gonna be
this
in the
won't be your third album this year.
it will not. It will
Okay.
not. So technically it'd be fourth if you count the sped up version of one of the albums. But
Sure. Yes. Yes.
um,
I didn't. I felt
yes,
that was fair to not.
right. Yeah, I don't need. I'm in my Taylor Swift era with all the different variants and vinyls and
I
all of
love
that.
it.
Right.
I love
No,
that.
but yeah. So I'm working on this album. I'm really excited for. I have a couple more singles from it still. And then I'll be dropping the full album next year. And it's definitely a little bit longer than my other albums. It's a little bit more intentional. I'm very
Okay.
excited about the theming of it and just kind of how it's all turned out. I similarly to the songs that you've heard so far that are on the project. It's overwhelmingly all over the place. I kind of say like it's if Jack the Underdog made an album that was like Brat and Post-Human Next Gen by Bring Me the Horizon, like kind of mixing those
Hell yeah.
together and making it a little bit of pop punk, and that's kind of what this album is. And so
Very
kind of
cool.
defining it as hyper pop punk. That's kind
Sure.
of the genre that I'm using for it. I'm using a lot of modern, different techniques in the production and stuff. But I'm really, really excited about how it's coming together, and
I love that.
really can't wait
It
for everyone to hear it.
Hell yeah.
it
I've
is
actually just I've just recently kind of started like messing around with some of those like hyper like pop like
It's
aspects
so
and
much
writing.
fun.
It is. It's so
Yep,
much fun.
yep.
It's just it's a hoot
And
and it
it's like,
works.
addictive. Like the melodies and the sounds are like you just
It
want to keep
is.
listening to it. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. No. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
Thanks.
Jack, how is it possible to write so many good songs?
Well, first of all, thank you. I write a lot of bad songs too. Let's put that out there.
I don't believe it.
I wrote 100 songs last year. 100 on the dot. That was my goal. I wanted, like, I told myself I'm gonna write 100 songs. Now let's be clear. That includes like, if I'm jumping on a song, right? That's already kind of been started,
Sure.
right? I'm still including those songs, but I did write 100 last year. This year, actually, I can check. I have it on my phone right now. I think I'm in the high 50s. Um, but I've been writing since I was 6, 7 years old. I've been writing songs my entire life. I went to Belmont for songwriting. I do it every single day. I've written 56 songs this year.
Sheesh.
And so this is a combination between Jack the Underdog songs, other artist songs, kind of just
Yeah.
like for fun. I have a couple songs that are just, they're never gonna ever go anywhere, but I wanted to make it, right? I think that's always kind of a fun thing to have is in the back vault is just kind of like, what did you try, what doesn't work, and what might come back around later, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just write. I've written pretty much every day since I was like 7 years old. And I went, like I said, I went to Belmont for songwriting, and so it's just a lot of practice, and I've written plenty of bad songs.
So here's a question too. Do you sleep? Because if you do the math, 100 songs in a year is almost 2 songs a week. And if you were saying that you've written almost 56 songs this year already,
Yes,
you're already
yes,
on a very similar trajectory.
yes.
Like where do you find the time?
So I
Like,
Good question. Don't sleep much. Wish I slept more, but no. I My job is really great. My full-time job that I have in addition to music is really great. I'm able to kind of make my own schedules, and so
so you work full time and you're writing all this stuff
I
on
do
top of
I
it.
do work full time. I would do music full time, and then I sleep sometimes.
That is
um,
honestly that's impressive.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. But like I said, the job's really great for letting me kind of make my own schedule. If I have a session that I want to make happen at noon, I'm able to do that and then make those hours up later. And so I love co-writing. I think every single song on that list, except for maybe a few from this year, the 56, were co-written. I used to write a lot by myself. I don't do it as much anymore. I still do, especially when it's more personal or just kind of wanting to get a song out there.
Hmm.
But I find a lot more joy in co-writing, and I find a lot more. I find my songs are better when I have at least another brain in there, and I love the collaboration aspect. As you guys mentioned, I've done many collaborations this year, with more coming as well
Right. Well, we
before
ain't
the
done
end of
yet.
the year. Yep, yeah.
It
So
It's wild. Like,
Yeah.
y'all, if you aren't on the Jack the Underdog boat yet, like you're sinking. Get on, man. Like this
Thanks,
so
dude.
much to listen to. It's
Thanks, dude.
it's insane.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
One thing I was going to mention too is you have an incredibly fun and refreshing presence on social media. Um, what would you say are like some of your more important rules to follow, or things that you try to like not do on social media to be successful in that realm? And we kind of talked about a little bit of this earlier with kind of the comments section of things, but I kind of wanted to expand on that a little bit too. Like
Totally.
what are your do's and don'ts of social media?
Yeah. I make sure that everything I post on social media feels very real. I don't want to post anything that's curated just to kind of get clicks or anything like that.
Sure.
Um, Sometimes, throw some rage bait in there because it always works, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
Taylor
Absolutely.
Swift is emo, right? People hate
Right.
when I say stuff like that. But really, what I've noticed recently, which is very funny, is when I feel like I shouldn't post it, that means I should post it. I've had a couple of
Right.
videos where it's like, I don't know, this one might piss some people off. I don't know. And then I'm like, no, okay, it's what I believe or it's what I want to post. And I post it and
Right.
it ends up doing super well. Which is super funny that, the stuff that you are nervous about or the stuff that you don't think is going to do well is the stuff that does.
Right.
I've been really trying to find a balance between, I would say like a couple years ago, 2 years ago, maybe when I was on the pod last. A lot of my stuff was very like doom and gloom and end of the world and all of that kind of stuff. And while that's definitely still there, it's not gone. I'm trying to find a balance between raising awareness of like all the bullshit that happens and
Hmm.
simultaneously giving people a space to like breathe and have like the reasons to not be sad today
Yeah, I
and
love those.
Right.
all that kind of
Right.
stuff. And thanks y'all. And so I really just I get a lot of positive feedback around that kind of content, that like hope core is what I've been calling it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it makes me feel better when I make it. And so I get a lot of comments. I'll say the people will be saying like, this really makes my day so much better. Or, I saw this at the exact right time. I needed this. Or I had no idea that this thing happened. And thank you so much for raising awareness about it. Right. And it just proves that like, yeah, social media does suck sometimes,
Yeah.
but there's pockets of positivity and there's
Hmm.
pockets of good community and connecting with people and creating a positive, difference in a small way, right? So as of the new content that I'm creating, I'm trying a bunch of new stuff. I kind of just want to, as the algorithms change, find different, things that hit and what hits and what doesn't hit. But really, it's just kind of trying to find the balance between raising awareness of the BS and then also, having that space for people for positivity and for that community.
I love it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure at one point in one of your like reasons to not be sad today, like I commented as well,
Hmm.
like as like, dude, yes, thank you. Needed that. Like it's one of the things I every time like I pop on Instagram or something and I see one of your like posts or something, I always look at it because it's like it is refreshing because so much shit is so negative.
Yep,
Right.
Uh
exactly,
it's
exactly.
hard to find like stuff that's not, and you're just
Hmm.
constantly scrolling. I'm at least where I'm at, you know, if I'm lately I want to be on social media to try and almost get away from it, which you can these pockets are wherever you are allowing your algorithm to take you.
Hmm.
Because all you need to do is watch one fucking cat video, and that's all you're gonna be in. Okay. So if you're
That's
watching
me.
one, negative, scary video and you like it, well, you're gonna get more of it. If you
Yep.
don't want to see it, allow your algorithm to dictate where you want to go.
Yep. Which is funny because the homophobes and the racists and whatnot don't get that because they'll
Right.
comment like, "Why is this on my feed?" And it's like, you know that because you commented on it, there's actually going to be more of it now. Like
Yeah.
Right.
that's exactly how the algorithm works. Like if you ignored it, you'd get less of it.
Right.
Which I think is so funny because you're exactly right, right? Like we need to curate our algorithms into a place of, if you want to have the breaking news, that's great. I do sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But
I think it's
simultaneously,
I
we
think
need
it's
space, right?
I think it's important to have like the breaking news and to stay up to date, but it's to
Hmm.
like to sit for hours and watch the doom and gloom. It's
Yep.
like, well,
Or every scroll is another negative
right.
video, and it's
It's
like we
like
don't need that, right?
that's it's too much. It only brings you down, and there's only so much you can. It's watching it over and over and over isn't going to help you. It's not really going to help anybody else either.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yep.
not doing something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are things if you want to get out there, you want to be proactive, there are things you can do, but doom scroll like actual doom scrolling, not just,
Yep.
scrolling. The actual doom scrolling is not helping you or anyone.
Yep. Exactly.
So don't do that to yourself.
Yep.
Find
Right.
better ways to help.
Exactly.
But also I would like to on a back to the
Yeah.
positive note.
Yeah.
You said you love to troll like the Swifties and the emo kids with, saying Taylor Swift is emo. Well, I would like to say that I did a video probably last year at this point, um, where we played a game of, are these lyrics Taylor Swift or
Yep.
are they modern baseball? And you know what? You can't really fucking tell.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
So I just want to say,
Yep.
calm it down.
Exactly. That's my point too. Is
Right.
even I'm not saying that she makes emo music. I don't
No.
think anyone will sit here and say her music is of the emo genre, right?
No. She's
Her
pop,
songwriting,
country, folk.
absolutely, her songwriting is emo.
Yeah.
And she's worked with so many people that are of the pop punk and emo genre. People like Haley Williams and Fall Out Boy and Brendan Urie and
Yeah.
all these people that are in the alternative genre that she
Right.
loves and she's worked with. And so it's like
She clearly likes the genre.
Well,
Yes.
and what's his name from Fun and Bleachers? Literally, like co-writes like half
Yeah.
her shit.
yeah, Jack
like-
Antonoff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Just
Yep, Jack.
can't everything you like just be okay? Does it
Right.
have to? Does it like the gatekeeping of genres have to matter so fucking
Right.
much?
That's
Right.
something that I care so much about right now because here's the thing. What is it called when you go to the thing that they play all of the old alternative songs and everyone dances? Emo night, right? Emo night.
Right.
People in my comments are like, Paramore's not emo. Fall Out Boy is not emo. Blink 182 is not emo. Okay, yes. If we're looking at specific genres, sure. They're not of the emo specific genre. But the general public looks at
Knows it.
alternative music as
Right.
emo music.
As
That's
emo.
what it's known as.
And
So
it's
when
a very-
I think of
yeah.
it as an umbrella category, you say
It-
emo,
yep.
you mean all of this kind of stuff,
Everything.
right?
It
And I
was-
hate the genre purists that are like, it's not emo, that's pop punk. And
Right.
it's like,
I agree. However, you know who you can thank for all this fucking shit? Hot Topic. Call corporate
Yep.
and
fuck
shut
it.
the fuck up.
It's so funny. That's so funny.
It's true though. Hot Topic made everything emo. AFI fucking emo. Are they
Yep.
emo? God, no.
Yep.
Not even close.
Yep.
Yeah, any rock band, The Killers, like anything. Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
It's all
I have
emo.
I have an emo
Thanks to Hot
playlist.
Topic.
I have an emo playlist on Sirius XM, and Mr. Brightside comes up more than any song on there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this doing on here?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, no, it's a very like you're saying, it's a very like umbrella term.
It is. And
Yes.
that's what we use
Good
too, though.
Charlotte sure as shit ain't emo, but you know what? They got labeled emo.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I just blanket it pop punk and emo.
Yes.
If you just it's because they're both everything.
Right.
It's pretty much both at this point.
Yep.
I play in a cover band. We are essentially like a Warped Tour nostalgia band, and we market ourselves as pop punk and emo.
Yep.
You know, because it's just Hot Topic made them one and the same. Thank you,
Yeah.
Hot Topic.
Thank
That's
you.
so funny.
And thank you for the
thank you,
studded-
Hot Topic.
And thank you for the studded bracelets. I miss
Literally.
those.
And all the cool Jack Skellington merch. That was pretty cool too.
Yes.
Oh,
At least people-
That's all it is. Still, dog.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least people don't use the term screamo as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that
that's-
drove me nuts.
Yeah,
Right.
like
I
I'm
always
not a
hated
genre purist, but I'm like, you're calling everything screamo, and that's just
Right.
just not.
I
Right.
I kid you not. At one point, I don't remember who or when, but I remember in my brain cavity somewhere someone calling the ghost inside screamo, and I was like, "Fuck you, dude!
Yep.
What are you talking about?"
Right.
Like, I don't mean to be a genre like purist or nothing, but
Yep.
like, dude, like you can't be more wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because they scream.
That was exactly it. People not familiar with the genre heard screaming and they're like, "Oh, it's
It's
screamo."
screamo. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, kill switch engage? Yeah, screamo.
Yeah.
Atreyu? Yeah, screamo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
It couldn't possibly be metal or anything
Right.
like that.
Right. No,
Screamo.
Which
no,
I feel
no.
like nowadays they do just say metal.
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
feel like we've
Everything's
gotten to a
metal and
point.
metalcore.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. Which
Yeah.
I'm love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Miscategorized with metalcore. I'm fine with that, right? Like
Right.
sure.
To be fair, it's all becoming Jordan Fish core, but
We
but
depending on what it is, we have a one of my good friends, like his name is Waldy, and he like his favorite bands are like We Came as Romans, Bring Me the Horizon
hmm
shit. We just call that Waldy core because that's what he
Uh-huh.
listens to. And because all those are they're all Waldy core. They're all the same. You know,
That's
they're
so
all
funny.
so similar.
Yep.
But I that the Waldy core.
I
All
love
right.
that.
So, if you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out your musical journey, what would that be?
Oh, it's such a good one. I feel like I could give so many different ones.
You only get one.
Um, I'm gonna give a controversial one. Not
Oh
good.
yes.
it's
Good.
not like a super like it's not like a super hope core one. It's more so like a one that I genuinely believe.
I love it.
Delay the first album. Delay
Mhm.
it. You do
Yeah.
not need to jump into a
Okay.
first album. So many people, myself included, wanted to make an album so quick, make
Mm,
the album right away, get it out. That's not how you start off your music career
not
because
anymore.
you're going to want to put out singles. You're going to want to start building a base. You're going to want to figure out what is the sound you like. You're going to want to figure out what is the message you want to send. If you jump too fast into an album, you've already skipped over all of the hype of your debut album.
Hmm.
And I feel so strongly about like build it up to a place that you feel really good about and you know exactly what you want that message and that sound to be and then smash it out of the park because you're going to impress people much more with a thought out debut album than just kind of like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do, put out an album, right?
Right.
So a little bit controversial, but I think
I
it's
don't.
true.
I don't think it's controversial at all. I
no,
think
I
that
think
is
it's a
one of
sign
the.
of the times, I
It
think
is
that's the way it
the
is.
Yeah.
it is the only way. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's the only way, but
Yes.
It's the smart
like
way.
it.
hmm
If you
Practical.
are
It's also
just
you're going to
start,
save money if you're doing
I was I
singles
was
at
I was,
first.
I was
You're going
gonna
to save
say
money.
you're
Yeah.
gonna save so much money as like spend a lot of time like making some great singles,
right,
Yep.
spend
well,
money on that, and then let that do the work.
Yep.
right,
There's so much work you can do with social media
right,
nowadays too, and just
hmm
even if you have just a handful of singles, you can
and
market the hell out of that, and you can get it out there so much easier than you could when you know old fogies like Pat and I were younger. You
and
know,
it and you can't not make content, right?
hmm
right?
In this day and age, like I
Yep.
would say, like there's many paths, but there isn't a path where you don't have to make content
Yep.
anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
That's just not real.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
You can do an album, you can do one single in an album that might work. It
hmm
might. It is possible. Um, it's not super likely, but it is
Yep.
possible.
Yep.
You don't have to tour anymore, or you can tour all the time.
hmm
Yep.
Both paths work.
Yep.
But I don't think there is a way to not make content. And
Completely agree.
if you make an album and you're like, I can't wait, I got to get this album out, and you maybe only release one single, well, who are you, Green Day? You
Yeah.
can't do that anymore.
Yep.
Right.
Like
Taylor
that,
Swift. Like.
yeah. Like people are no one knows anything about this new Taylor Swift album
Right.
except that they fucking need it.
Yep.
And
And
it's out in
that's
like 2 weeks,
but
Yes.
isn't it?
but
Yep.
you're not Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. None
Right.
of us are.
hmm
No
No.
one else in the world is.
Right.
Literally no one can do that, create the buzz
Yep.
uh, of like, hey, just so you know, there's an album coming out. Here's a picture of me in a flapper costume.
Yep.
Right.
Get ready. That's
Well, look at how many years she had to do to get to a place where that was even possible.
right.
Right.
Exactly.
hmm
Exactly. There's no one like she's the queen, man. Sorry. Like
Yes.
you can't
Yep.
follow her as a guideline right now. You
hmm
have to,
Right.
you know, like if you have to create content, I would say I personally, if you're gonna release a 10 albums, like 10 song album, you should at least probably make 8 singles, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
right,
like
Yep.
right.
like I
Yep.
mean that's gonna make content
Yep.
for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you see the trend now too, even is a band has a record coming out. Established bands do this all the time.
Hmm.
By the time the record has come out, 80 to 90% of the record has already been released as singles. So
Right,
when
Yep.
the record drops, there's only maybe 3 songs that you haven't heard, right?
right.
Yep.
Like I think a great example of this that comes to mind, like Memphis Mayfire's new record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great
New
album,
Waldecor. Yeah.
fantastic record. But like they had released most of the songs as singles beforehand because that's the
Hmm.
market. That's
Yep.
how you get the buzz.
It's
Exactly.
genius. That
Yeah.
it's how
Yep.
and it's how you are able to continue to get the word out. Because if you just make one single, two, three singles, right? Now you have 7 songs that are kind of wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because it's
Yep.
like, how do you promote this the same way? You know,
Yep.
you
Right.
don't have that build up buzz you can really do. Now it's all like playing that, the backtracking game. Like it's like, oh
Yep.
shit, well now I've got all these 7 other songs I have to try and somehow make content for.
And I've typically found that my songs do better when I'm doing consistent content for the same song. If you have 7 songs that aren't singles that you need to put out content for, you're not going to be making enough consistent content for people to connect with that, right? Like
Right.
Right.
you might find a person here or there, right? But
Yeah.
my content does so much better when or my songs perform better when I have like multiple posts
Hmm.
leading up to it. And like not just okay, here's one song, here's a brand different, like a totally different song, here's a brand new song, right?
Hmm.
The algorithm doesn't want that. People want to keep coming back to what they're hearing and what they're liking. So yeah.
And it's the same kind of concept of even just that stores and shops and um things like that use to get people to their stores. Like people won't buy something until they've seen it up to 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
You're probably not going to get somebody to leave Instagram or TikTok
Yep.
or YouTube Reels or wherever they're at watching your stuff until they've probably heard it 5 times to go to your Spotify.
Yep. Until it's stuck in their head and they're like, oh, I need to go listen to that song. I got to go find it or
Exactly.
Right.
whatever. Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with you. There's not a world right now where you, as an independent artist, can just not make content. It's not possible. So my second tidbit of advice would be get ahead of it. Do it
Hmm.
early. Start early. It doesn't matter if you think you're bothering people or if you think you've outplayed the song. Just keep doing it because
Hmm.
that's how it starts. That's you have to
Yeah.
do it.
Yep. Agreed. That's excellent. Excellent advice. Couldn't agree more. Okay. Now it's time for our food for thought segment.
All right.
It's hunger pang time.
Hungry time.
Hungry time. Hungry town. All right. Speaking of hungry town, you're going to be in Baltimore for about 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any special like spots you're like hoping to hit up?
Such
Some
a good
stuff you want to
question.
get.
I don't know if I know enough specific examples to have one. Do you guys have recommendations?
I've I haven't been to Maryland
Okay.
in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a
I've
hot minute for me too.
Yeah,
I've been multiple times, but usually when I'm on tour, it's like one day and you're grabbing fast food on the way out.
right.
And so I don't know. I know we went to this one Italian restaurant one time when I was in Baltimore that it was like a karaoke bar Italian restaurant. And that was a fun spot. So
Ooh,
maybe I'm gonna try to find that spot again.
that was really that was an aggressive little purr I heard there. The microphone, Brett.
I was gonna say that picked up.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
She
a
does
lot. It was
she
it was
does she does that occasionally.
What's
uh,
her name?
Her name is Olga.
I have my cat Johnny. I don't know where he is right now, but
Yeah.
he's
mine are
somewhere.
upstairs.
My other cat Layla is somewhere around here being a mischievous little fart, but
Okay, so I did a quick Google search, right?
Hmm.
okay.
Um, so Maryland, right?
Hmm.
Port City, Port Town,
Hmm.
right? Is it?
Yeah,
Well,
there's like a little bay with an aquarium.
yeah, okay, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, crab cakes,
Okay.
that's a pretty big thing there. Are you a seafood
Yeah. I
person?
don't like seafood. Is that a
Okay,
hot take? I'm not a
good.
seafood
I
guy.
hate seafood
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
outnumbered here.
um, let's see. We got pit beef, which is a unique Baltimore offering of thinly shaved roast beef.
I would probably like that.
Um, oh, I have heard of the burger cookies. That's a pretty
Burger
famous thing.
cookies. I
Come
gotta look
again?
Now,
that up.
so it is Berger. They're not like not hamburger cookies, but burger
Oh,
cookies.
okay.
Um,
Ooh,
it's
I'm
a
looking them up.
it's a rich dark chocolate fudge icing on a shortbread cookie, and apparently it's like a got to do it.
I'm gonna have to try those. I have such a bad sweet tooth. Okay, so fun fact, I have hypoglycemia, which means my blood sugar is too low. So I consistently need more sugar because I'm always exhausted and whatnot. So I have such a bad sweet tooth. It's real bad.
It's fair.
I've got this
Um,
right here, my favorite.
nice.
Nice. Classic.
I'm not sponsored.
I had one of those breaking bones Kit Kats.
Nice.
It was tasty.
Nice.
It's
I love that
tasty.
we're already in spooky advertising branding stuff.
It's my favorite.
Yep.
Favorite
Yeah.
time. Um, also Orange Crush, the beverage. Oh,
Okay.
wait. That is a different kind of Orange Crush, apparently. Because they're iconic drinks and treats. It's an Orange Crush. So it's a popular Baltimore cocktail made
Okay.
with fresh orange juice, vodka, and other ingredients, it says.
Not other ingredients.
Boy,
That's
they
ominous.
really told me what's in that. They really got me. And then snowballs, which is just like shaved ice, you know,
Love that. Love that.
but they call them
Definitely gonna have to try
snowballs.
them.
Hmm.
Last time I was in Baltimore, I ate Shake Shack right before I went to the
Dude,
aquarium.
Shake Shack is so good.
Hell yeah.
So
I
good.
mean, you could get Shake Shack anywhere, but it's so good.
Yep. Yeah. And it was right by the bay, right next to the aquarium, so it ended up being perfect. But I definitely my goal this next tour is get some more like better food along the
Like
way.
some
Like
local
not
cuisine,
yeah, it's not just fast food because so many times it's like, "Oh, we just finished the show, we loaded out, it's midnight. The only thing that's open is McDonald's and Wendy's and that's
right?
literally it."
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of like good like local food, um, what's your go-to Taco Bell order?
Is it a hot take if I say that I haven't had Taco Bell very much?
No
I
kidding.
need
Okay.
it.
That
So I
is
do
a
like
hot
Mexican food.
take.
I do like Mexican food. I love quesadillas, specifically like a cheese and steak quesadilla or a cheese and chicken quesadilla. Um, but I haven't had Taco Bell in so many years. I don't even know. There's like
Okay.
not
All
one
right.
near me down here in Nashville.
That's
Okay.
absolutely bonkers. I
Yeah.
Wow.
don't. You were the first person in for like 50 episodes probably that
That's
isn't
so
like
funny.
Taco Bell, best thing in the world.
So,
Right. I
okay,
mean,
okay, I can remember the last time I went to Taco Bell. It was the one that's downtown on Broadway in here in
okay.
Nashville, and it's a cantina, so they serve alcohol as well.
Oh,
So
Yep.
we
that's tight.
got like cherry slushy alcohol drinks, and then I think I had like chicken nuggets or something because it's the
They did
cantina.
have chicken
They've got a
nuggets
bunch
for a
of
bit too.
Yep.
yeah.
And they were actually good.
They're an on and off thing on the
Yeah.
menu. Yeah. They're not
Yes.
bad.
They
They're
were
And
not
the
pretty
bad.
cantina
good.
menu is weird. It's different than the regular Taco Bell menu. Like it's
Mhm.
like they have
Yeah.
the alcohol obviously, but they have other things
Right.
that aren't on the regular Taco Bell menu. So it's
Yep.
interesting.
Hmm.
I've been to those. I've been to a Cantina Taco Bell, I think,
Hmm.
once.
It's fun. It is
It is.
fun.
It is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I lo- I I have Taco Bell too much.
Same.
For sure. For
Same.
sure.
If the giant flashing sign behind me wasn't any indication of
Right.
that.
Right.
And we are not sponsored yet. Taco
Yeah.
Bell,
Yet.
Right.
please.
Yet.
Please, God, Taco Bell. Please.
If anyone,
Feed this beast.
if anyone can do it, it's you.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. All right.
Mhm.
This is deep thoughts.
All right.
If Jack the Underdog was a potato, what kind of potato would you be?
Ooh. Okay. I would say that I would be a crisp waffle fry
It's
Ooh.
good. It's good.
because
It's
I
a
feel
good
like there's
choice.
layers to it. There's,
Mhm.
diversity in it. There's, different aspects of it. I feel like with my personality and my, my identity and my music, I feel like I'm, trying over the hyper pop and then over in the pop punk and then over in the metal and then, you know what I mean? So I kind of feel like a waffle fry, has all those different, little pockets, kind of
Huh.
like a,
It
like
does.
a waffle. So
And waffle
I think
fries
that's
are
where I'd
very
be.
good.
They
They're
are.
probably one of the best French fries that exist by far.
They are good. Like it they are also one I feel like they're the so hear me out, okay?
Hmm.
Hear me out. They're like mid-tier for me only because like them and like a tater tot
Hmm.
or um well pretty much just those two. Like I was gonna say crinkle cut fry, those are just bad, bottom tier.
Yeah, they're
Um
late, boring, stupid.
But waffle fries and tater tots are fantastic.
Yes.
However, if they aren't made perfectly right, they can suck.
Yes,
Yep.
like if the
Like,
inside's too like wet and like
yep,
Hmm.
not crunchy, I'm with
yep,
you there. I'm with you
right.
100%.
You want
Like,
to know what my latest like tater tot obsession has been? At Buffalo Wild Wings, you can get tater tots with like queso on them.
Ooh.
And man, I did not realize that was a thing, and I'm
dude,
so thankful that I've discovered that because it will change your life.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
sounds
tater
good.
tots are great on their own, and I'm a sucker for queso anything.
right.
So
But
you
guys,
combine those two things.
all of us, we are all Midwest peeps here, you know?
Yep.
Yep.
We potato olays from Taco John's. Like we've been doing the tot. I mean, those are just tots, right?
Right.
The
There they are.
potato
Yeah.
olays with the nacho cheese. We've been doing that for years, man. We're on that
I
already.
feel like we're always ahead though, because do you know how many people down here don't know what a cheese curd is?
Woo. Don't get me started.
So many people are like, "What's a cheese curd?" And I'm like, "You've never had a cheese curd?" And they're like, "No, I've never even heard that before." And I'm like, "What? All right, let's go to the next place that has it, Culver's or what?" Like,
Yeah. I
I
mean, I
literally
get
I literally live in the cheese curd like capital of the country. So
yeah,
like
literally.
don't come at me with that cheese curd
It's
ignorance.
so funny. Yeah, I'm
we
just like, how have you guys never had a cheese curd? That's crazy.
right.
Right.
It's mind-boggling. We had came up with I don't remember what it all was anymore, but we were talking to somebody from Canada and we had came up with the ultimate it was like McDonald's fries
Or
with
yeah.
some Wisconsin cheese curds
Hmm.
That was
to
it
make
was
poutine. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I remember that. That was I can't
Was it Lauren? It was Lauren Ash?
yeah, it was Lauren.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lauren Ash. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but what was the gravy? I don't remember. Oh,
KFC gravy.
KFC. It was
KFC
KFC
gravy. Yeah.
KFC gravy
Yeah.
on McDonald's fries and Wisconsin. And Brett's the only one that can do it because he's the only
Right.
one with access to all of it.
Yep.
And they're all literally right next to each other
I
on the
know.
main Dragon Man hometown here. So
I love
Lauren
that.
Ash, beautiful
yep.
person. All right. That is it for our food for thought segment. Now it's time for rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
All right. I'm ready.
Simple. You've done this. Different questions, but you got this. So you
All
just got to
right.
speak from the heart, shoot from the hip.
Cool.
Whatever. So now the only difference is whatever pops into your head, even if it's not one of the two options I present to you, you just speak your truth.
Okay.
All right, Brett, let's go back and forth. I think I've been
Yeah.
Bogarting them all this time
You have it's
for
okay.
for a
It's
while.
okay.
I'm
It's all
so
right.
used to I'm so used to just Humphrey Bogarting it, you know?
Right. All right.
All right. Liquid Death or LaCroix?
Liquid death, easy.
Mm,
Hell yeah.
agreed.
Same.
I
Same.
love me a LaCroix, but like, dude, there's so much depth to a Liquid Death.
Oh,
And
the,
don't they
the 12 boys
donate?
too.
Don't they donate to like
Yeah,
recycling and stuff?
yeah, they
Yep.
do so much. Yeah.
And MGK is a part owner, which people either love or hate him, but I think that's cool. So
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have no problem with it one way or the other.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Not
Right.
with MGK anyway. I don't
yeah,
care about his music.
right.
Right. Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify. I jumped on Spotify back in middle school, and I don't think I can leave. I know that there's
Right.
better options, but I do love
Well, hey,
Spotify.
Spotify is finally getting lossless. They're finally rolling
Yes,
lossless out,
I
which
did see
is
that.
huge. I'm
Yep,
I'm also team Spotify, so I'm
yep,
very excited for that.
yep. Absolutely.
Nice. Cool. I don't know what lossless is. What's that?
It's just higher quality. So essentially, lossless is
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
un,
yeah.
less compressed, like
Hmm.
uncompressed, like a FLAC file or a WAV
Cool.
file is So just
So it'll
Which is
sound
like
better.
Tidal and Apple Music has and stuff like
correct.
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll sound better.
more
Nice.
sound. Yeah, sound better, a little more dynamic quality to it,
Yep. Now
potentially.
Nice.
let's hope they start paying people more.
I was gonna say that
Right.
all they gotta
Yeah.
do is like pay people something.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Literally.
Uh, all right. South Park or Family Guy?
Both are great. I grew up watching Family Guy. That was like my go-to as a kid. But I do love what South Park's doing recently. So
Oh my
I
God.
would say
Yep.
as of 2025, I got to give it to South Park. But like historically, Family Guy. So
How can you not be
Right.
all about
It's
South Park in
golden.
yep,
2025?
yep.
Like
I
South
love
Park because
the Trump in bed with the devil, and
Yeah.
oh my God, I love it so
It's
much.
hilarious.
they've entered like a new golden era of that show.
Yes.
Like
Com-
they've had so many like peaks throughout like their entire career, and they
Honestly,
just hit another one.
if
Yep.
you haven't been watching like over the past few years, you're missing out. Like all of
Mhm.
their Paramount specials that they did, like they don't miss
Yep.
ever.
Yep.
I can't think of an episode or a season where I'm not like, yep, this is fucking South Park, man. Like
Yep.
Yep.
it's
And it's
they're
just getting better.
yeah,
Hmm.
they're killing it.
Love it.
All right. MySpace or TikTok?
Oh, okay. That's such a hard one. I loved MySpace as a kid, but I was a little bit late to it.
Sure.
There was a handful of my friends that never even had a MySpace. They
Right.
just went right to Facebook. I think I have to give it to TikTok simply because I spent so much time on it and I love the
Right.
scaling stories. And have you guys seen those at all? The
The
scaling
what?
stories.
No.
Scaling
Mm-mm.
stories. Okay, when we're done, you should look it up. It's basically, very quickly describe it. It's like you know how like Subway Surfers kind of thing where there's like a background, they're telling something. It's like that, but it's Minecraft. But they're basically just telling stories that are written in Reddit and just like it's just read out, and they're just like jumping through the Minecraft world, completely unrelated, but they're just telling like dramatic stories
Okay.
from
I
Reddit.
think I'm kind of familiar. I don't do TikTok anymore, but I've definitely seen content like that, like
Yep.
like Facebook and Instagram as well too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But TikTok's about to die, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, apparently America's rehashing the whole algorithm, so
Whatever.
Well,
we might be
yeah.
cooked. But
Yeah.
Just
Something
we'll
else will
just
pop
I
up.
mean, it's
yeah,
there's already another one. I don't remember what it's called. I'm on it. Unsigned Pop Punk's on it.
Lemonade, is it
Yep,
Lemonade?
but yeah, Lemonade, but that's also just owned by the same people as
Oh,
TikTok.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But there is another one. I don't remember. I can tell you later.
Cool.
I don't remember what it is, but it's made by people that are sick of America's
Yep.
TikTok stuff.
All I'm gonna say on that is the world became a lot worse of a place when Vine went away.
Yes, I completely agree.
Bring it back.
I
bring it-
completely agree. The world would be a
back.
better place if
Let's
Vine
just-
was still here.
Let's just get rid of all of the social media, put it all back on MySpace because we
Yep.
don't need everything else anymore.
Nope.
Let's put it all back on MySpace and Vine. We'll keep
Yep.
we'll have both of those. Bring them back. Let's go.
I'm here
Yep.
for it.
All right.
Same.
All right. We're gonna keep it old school with this one. Drive-through records or fueled by ramen.
That's such a hard one. I think Fueled by Ramen, just Paramore. I think that's the one that would tip the
Yeah.
scale for me. Love Paramore
big
so
one.
much. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It really all depends on like which end of the like because you're Fall Out Boy, right? They were on it at first,
Mhm.
like with Take This to Your Grave and then Paramore,
Yep.
and obviously others, but
Well,
it's what's that?
Wasn't Pete Wentz's label like under Fueled by Ramen?
I
Wasn't the
think
cadence like
so.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But then over on Drive Through you had like Newfound Glory, Finch,
Right.
the starting
Which
line. So
Newfound Glory is also one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
it's hard.
early November?
yep, so good.
Yep.
Everyone so good. All right, Brett.
All right. Beanies or snapbacks?
Okay. Again, hard one. I feel like these are such classic pop punk questions. 2025 Jack is snapbacks, like the dad hats, like the ones,
Yep.
like the dad hats. But I do love me a beanie. I think living in Nashville, I don't have as many opportunities to wear them because
Yeah,
it is
it's too
so
hot.
fucking hot here so much. So, yeah, I would say snapbacks for now.
It's fair.
Fair enough.
All right. Darth Vader or Lord Voldemort?
Ooh, Darth Vader. He's cooler.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
it's the
Yeah.
correct answer. We keep,
Also, I don't like J.K. Rowling, so
yes,
Right.
same.
Right.
But I do like Harry.
yes, right.
Right.
Like I like the actors and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not excited for this reboot, even though it's been like what it has been like 15 years or something like that,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
more,
more than that. I mean,
It's
how old
crazy.
was? Yeah, I mean, it's probably more than 15 years. I
I
was younger than
probably
13. I'm
Yeah,
28.
yeah.
and like it's funny. It's really funny because when you think about it, you're like, what the fuck? Why are we remaking this already? People say
It's been over
already all
15
the time.
years now.
But
Yep.
like, if you think about the fact that like we were remaking movies from the 70s and 80s in the
Hmm.
2000s, that's the same fucking amount of time. That's
Yep.
sick. That's sick
Yep.
and twisted. I
Yep.
don't like time.
Yep.
Go away. You're
Yep.
rude.
Yep.
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 This is weird. It's weird.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
also, I say this all the time. Movies and music, like from the what? Honestly, the 90s, I would say, and before, the technology was so different. You had
Hmm.
it
Yep.
was analog, it just wasn't
Yep.
there. Once everything
Mhm.
went digital, remaking something once it's been digital is fucking weird. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the same. It's gonna look the same now. Like
Right.
music hasn't evolved a ton, not like since like the 2000s, right? 2000
Right.
and 2025, music has it still sounds the same. Like a metal band still sounds like 1999 Slipknot. It sounds the fucking same.
Right.
Hmm.
It's not like 1950s rock and roll to Motley Crue.
Hmm.
It's
Right.
not the same thing. So it's weird remaking something that's gonna look the fucking same.
Yeah.
Right.
Just saying.
I get
I'm
it.
with you. I'm with you.
Just saying.
Yeah, it just feels weird. Feels wrong.
What we should
Right.
do is take the hard route. Stop taking the easy way out and remaking a successful thing. Take a flopped movie,
Mm.
a movie that
Yeah.
didn't do good, one that you thought was going to be good, turns out it sucked. Take a shot and make it good.
Yeah. I'm
I
actually
mean,
with you
Remake
100%.
that.
Dune,
Yeah.
right?
See?
The original
Exactly.
Dune film was not great.
Yeah.
And look how successful
Exactly.
the new films of it. Now, granted, again, based on books, but still, the original Dune movie was a real turd,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Exactly. Or
But
like even like we'll use one other example before we do it. This is the last question. But like what the Golden Compass, which is a beloved like kids
Mhm.
series. The first movie flopped, even though it was like in a digital age. It looks immaculate. It's beautiful,
Mhm.
but it flopped. Okay,
Mhm.
redo that one. It flopped. Fix it.
Yeah, and there's so many different options. Like there's
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
that I'm with you.
Like Harry Potter is perfect. Leave it
right.
alone.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of like, well, like Lord of the Rings, they have not completely redone Lord of the Fellowship trilogy or the
Because it would
Hobbit.
be so dumb.
It
Why
would be.
would you do that?
Right. Exactly. I mean, they add on, they add more to the
Sure.
universe,
Mhm.
but like they're not redoing those films because again, those films were masterpieces. You
Yeah.
can't touch those. If you did anything these days, it would still be lesser than that. Like
Yeah.
it's impossible to match that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel like one last thing on that really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
I feel like Pokemon does a really good job at remaking games because they're doing it on new consoles with new graphics and new features and new Pokemon. And so that's like one example where I'm like, okay, no, they do it right because they're remaking old games that
Yeah.
really don't feel that old now, but they're doing it right, But
Or-
I'm
Right.
completely with
Or
you on the
like
movie.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
They just literally remade it with great graphics.
Mhm.
yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yep. I'm here
We're on
for
the
it.
same page. Let's
Yep.
pitch it to Hollywood, guys.
All right. All right. We
Let's
We'll
let
got
be
them
the
know.
this.
change.
Hi, yes. Can someone connect me to Hollywood, please? We have
Yeah.
an idea for Hollywood.
I need. Can you connect me to the big boss? Whoever big boss
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Hi, yes, Mr. TV. It's us again.
We have an idea.
All right, Jack. We got one more for you. Good Charlotte or Simple Plan?
Oh, that's probably the hardest one.
Yes.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay. So,
All right, let's hear it.
it's so hard. I think I'm gonna have to go with Simple Plan.
Okay.
Simple
That's fair.
Plan is that's like what I kind of grew up on. Like that's the kind of stuff that like emo me would listen to, like Untitled and I'm Just a Kid and
Yeah.
that stuff like formative young Jack the Underdog, right? That said, the anthem is one of my favorite songs ever. I know it's a very popular one, but the
That's
anthem
okay.
is one of my favorite songs
great.
ever. So that's
Popular for a
hard,
reason.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly,
great song.
exactly. But I do think I have to go with Simple Plan. I
That's
do
fine.
love me
Yeah.
some emo Simple Plan stuff, you
Yeah.
know?
Good. Very good.
They're both
It's
fantastic bands.
it's
That's why it's
Jack,
always a hard
it's
one for me
pop
too.
punk. It's not emo.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm sorry. Canceling myself right now.
Have you listened to the new Good Charlotte album?
I was just gonna say I haven't listened to. Doesn't Simple Plan also have a new album?
Yes.
I haven't listened to either of the new albums. I have listened to the Simple Plan Avril Lavigne collab song,
Which is
Yep.
incredible.
That one was cool. But I need to spend a day listening to both of those albums because I haven't gotten through both. I haven't listened to both of them. So
I've listened to Hotel Dumont Good Charlotte's album multiple times. It's very good.
cool.
It's
Is
very
it
Do you
better
know?
than
Do
the
you know
Simple Plan
who
one?
actually produced most of that record?
No.
Jordan Fish. Do you guys know who Jordan Fish is, right? Former Bring Me the Horizon guitarist
Interesting.
/ songwriter.
You know
He's-
what? I feel like I did hear that. Now that you say that,
he left Bring Me the Horizon to do more production work. He's worked with like Poppy and Architects, a lot of
Nice.
metalcore bands.
wow.
And then he pops up on almost every single song on the new Simple Plan record. He did some production for
That's
that,
really
which I
cool.
thought was wild because not Simple Plan. Sorry, Good Charlotte. Did I say Simple Plan? I meant
You
Good
You
said
Charlotte.
did,
Simple Plan.
but
I meant
you were
Good Charlotte.
talking- Yeah.
But it was wild to me because he's doing all these metalcore projects and then Good Charlotte. Okay,
That's so
That's
funny.
awesome.
like hell yeah,
I
I'm
love
here
that.
for it.
I'm such a big Bring Me the Horizon fan, so I'm interested to hear what his production style is like.
Yeah,
So I'm definitely gonna have to check out those albums.
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, so the new Architects, he did all the new Architects. He did.
Sick.
I think he did the entire new Poppy record as well too.
I
He's-
have
he's-
heard the
he's
Poppy
all-
one. That one's great.
Great record.
Yeah.
Great record.
Absolutely
He's
great.
all over the place now.
Love
Crazy.
it.
All right, Jack. Well, you did it. You finished the podcast. As always, now's your chance to let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next for you.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jack the Underdog. Thanks for having me. I am going on tour in October next month. I'm very, very excited for that. Putting out an album next year, so keep your eyes for that. You can find me by looking up Jack the Underdog anywhere. Your music platforms, your social media platforms, anything like that.
Hell yeah, man. Dude,
Excellent.
thank you so much for being here.
Of
This
course.
was so fun. This
Yes,
was
dude.
this was a
Completely
great one.
agree. Thank
Do it
you for
again
having
soon.
me.
Yeah.
And it felt
we
like,
will.
it's not a solo, but it felt like, a solo
This
kit,
was
right?
very,
Yeah.
very solo-ish,
Yeah.
but we will.
Yeah.
We'll
get
make it
you on for
happen.
Solo.
We'll make
All
it
right.
happen.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much. Give us a second, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next guest. How's it going, everybody? It's Patrick with Unsigned Pop Punk, and we partnered with GFUEL. And let me tell you, there's no more pop punk drink on the market right now. I don't care what you used to drink at. GFUEL keeps you energized, focused, and hydrated. I just picked up my favorite flavor, Blue Ice. If you go to gfuel.com right now and use code UnsignedPopPunk, you're going to save 20% off your entire order. This tub I have is only $35.99. Now that may seem like a lot, but it's got 40 frickin' servings, which if you think about it in can form, is like 89 cents a can. and they're always dropping new flavors and collabs with some of your favorite animes, video games, and movies. Head over to gfuel.com and check it out for yourself. Let us know what your favorite flavor is, and once again, don't forget to use our code UnsignedPopPunk at checkout to save 20% off your whole order. And we're back. Thanks so much for sticking around. Super stoked. We've got our next guest here. We want to welcome Mary Jo Swank from originally Boston, Massachusetts, now Nashville, Tennessee band Walk on Mars. Mary Jo, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited. And also, I just needed to point out that I'm actually from Pennsylvania, just the middle of nowhere. I always say Boston because I started the
Okay.
band in Boston because I went to Berkeley. But I'm from
Ah,
Boswell, Pennsylvania. It's like south of Pittsburgh. But yeah,
okay.
we could say that I'm from Boston. That's way cooler.
That is
Right.
nowhere near Boston.
Right.
No, no, I mean, I started Walk on Mars in Boston. So technically, Walk on Mars is from Boston and Mary Jo is from Pennsylvania.
Well, I may have said it a little weird, but technically, then I was right because what I was would have said was like from Boston, Massachusetts band Walk on Mars, and so it was kind of like a long run on. So
Yeah.
technically,
No, technically you were
but
right.
but in real life, you are right because it's your life, not mine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just Walk on Mars just kind of became this like character anyways, so we can say that Walk on Mars was from Boston and Mary Jo, this like separate entity, was from Pennsylvania.
The entity known as Mary Jo.
Yes.
Well, I love it. Well, thanks for hanging out with us and being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm stoked.
I am stoked to have you. So this is as y'all know, because you're well into it at this point, the Skullhouse Rock Music and Tattoo Festival special. So with that, Mary Jo, on the horizon, it's got a pretty diverse lineup of bands and artists, including like The Haunt, you got Dawn, Lowell, it's Leah, Grave Robber, obviously Jack the Underdog, and you. Are there any acts you're particularly excited to share the stage with or see
Ooh.
perform?
Um, so a lot of the people who are performing at the festival are friends of mine.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna not say one of them because I think they know like who they are and they know that I'm super stoked to share this stage with like, like Jack, Dawn, whoever,
Right.
But specifically, I'm excited to see the Haunt perform. I'm excited to see them perform and then to perform with on stage. Yeah, I would just have to say all of my friends. Like, I think it's going to be really, really cool to finally be able to perform with like Dawn, Mike, and McCall. And, I'm always performing with Jack, but like, LOL, it's Leah. I opened up for her at a show in New Jersey a couple years ago. And that was the first time I got to meet her, even though we've known each other over like the internet for a while. So
Hmm.
it'll be really cool to share the stage with her. And yeah, honestly, everyone. And of course, like Chloe Wilson, or Chloe Indica, I think she goes by, but she's like one of my best friends. So I'm really excited to perform with her too.
That's awesome. So are you also, forgive me, I don't have, I didn't take all of my notes with me. Are you also doing the emo night, the second night?
Yes, yeah, we're doing the emo night, and I'll be on stage pretty much the whole time and sharing the stage, bringing people up. I'm also really excited to perform with like the newer artists like Armani and a couple of others that I haven't heard of yet,
Hmm.
at least until this lineup was announced. So I'm really excited to get to know them and make new connections too, because that's always a fun part about the music world, I guess.
Oh, totally. I mean, I always like checking out like the bands that like, we're performing with and stuff, especially, if I haven't had the chance to like see them live. Typically, I mean, since we've had Spotify and everything and the ability to always check out any band at any point in time. I always try to check out the bands and stuff that we would perform with, and so I could kind of know some of their stuff beforehand, but it's always super fun to like see what they're like live.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's exciting, but it's also a little bit nerve-wracking on my end. I'm like very socially awkward, believe it or not. I and so whenever it comes to meeting these people, it'll be really cool to like the first impression is on stage, I guess. I mean, I'll meet them before the show, of course, but whenever we're on stage, we'll just be vibing together right off the bat. And so it's a little nerve-wracking because it's like, oh, this is like a new person, a new artist. I've got to sound good for them and for the audience, and I want to make a good impression. But it's pop punk though, so I'm sure everyone's super chill, and there's usually no pressure in this world. So
Brett, I don't know about you, but I am also very socially awkward. Like, I mean, when it comes to like playing shows and stuff, I'm always like, there's like a sense of like of chillness. I've been for doing this for so long, but at the same time, whenever I get up on stage, no matter what, I don't know why, but every time I'm always like, that's it. I don't even remember how the song starts. I don't even know what I'm in. I
oh my gosh, no.
how's this even go? I don't know. And then, I have to tell myself just chill out. Once it starts, you're gonna just do it. But
Right.
almost
Yeah.
every time, almost
No,
every time I do
and
that.
that's and it is so like goofy if you think about it because like I hate being the center of attention, but I do it for a living, you know?
Hmm.
It's I guess it's like overcompensation in a way. It's just
Yeah.
like I feel less socially awkward whenever I'm on stage. Or maybe being in pop punk, I mean, something that pulled me to this genre to begin with is just like how much fun you can have, how stupid you can look on stage, and everyone's gonna vibe and everyone's gonna love it. Like, I'm not surprised that you said you're socially awkward. We all are, like in one way
Right.
or another. For me,
Right.
it's you've probably already picked up on this, but for me, I'm not the socially awkward that kind of is like overly quiet in the corner. I have to fill the awkward silence or else I get like panic attacks and I'm just like, oh gosh, like I need to say something. And so I come off very yappy. I've actually
I
been told many times I should do a podcast, so
That's awesome.
I
I am
mean, yeah.
actually the opposite. I am quiet usually when I get awkward.
I don't know
yeah.
what I am. I'm awkward. I can tell you that much. I'm awkward. I
You're
just
just
don't know.
there.
Like, I just, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
so funny. Yeah.
I, well, and
Yeah.
like especially since like, especially not drinking anymore. Like I don't drink at all, including at shows. Which is really awkward sometimes when you are so used to doing that for so long, and then you're playing at like bars, and you're like, okay, how do I do a social here now? Like, how do I?
Yeah, that's so funny. I mean, you sound like a lot like my boyfriend Mark, who doesn't, he's a producer too. He does like EDM. He's also an avid pop punk listener and whatnot, but he's so socially awkward in the sense of being very quiet and he has a hard time talking to people. So whenever we're in public, it's like me doing all the talking and he's just kind of floating around next to me. And he doesn't drink either, so he just gets really I don't know. It's just a really funny dynamic, but
Yeah.
we're the two separate sides of like the pop punk world and like the emo world of being
Yep.
socially awkward but wanting to network anyways. So I
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Um, so you've collaborated with a few artists from the festival. You have Resuscitate with Joy CXP, and then you also did a Taylor Swift cover with Jack. But it looks like you haven't released anything since December of last year. So do you, on your own, do you have any new music in the works? Anything you can talk about or tease, or
Yeah, I
any spicy deets?
might. Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what happened lately. Well, I guess not lately. It's been like a year now, but I was in a contract. I was stuck in a contract for a couple of years and I finally got out of it and started releasing music. So I released Fraud, I
Hmm.
released Voodoo Barbie, Resuscitate with Joey, and of course with Jack, the cover of the Taylor Swift song. And a lot of them were getting taken down because of this record label. And then we finally
Mm.
gained the rights to our music and we got them back up, and it was a whole thing. So
Wow.
we've been trying to kind of, I guess, close every gap we possibly can before we started releasing
Sure.
music to make sure that we weren't going to release something that was going to be taken down anyways.
Sure.
So
What a pain.
I
Right.
know
Yeah,
it
no
was
shit.
so frustrating, and it's so relieving to have my independence back though at the same time, and to be able to do shows like this and to be able to make music. And I've been making so many songs in the meantime. I have so much to put out. Like I think we're running on like 4 to 5 EPs, albums, like
Right.
worth of music.
Wow.
But this next era is going to be just very fun, very punk, very upbeat, very me. And I feel like free, and that shows in the music, I think. So,
Super
Very cool.
exciting. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And I didn't know about that struggle you were going through. So,
oh
um,
yeah. Oh
that's
man,
great.
it was awful.
It's sounds like a mess though. Like
Yeah.
so the contract ended, but like there's still stuff getting pulled essentially, or
Well, essentially what happened, it's like a whole long story, but I'll summarize it.
Sure.
Basically, I
Sure.
signed I signed a contract whenever I had just turned 18, and this label was trying to scout me out since I was like in 6th grade. They would communicate with my parents, but my parents being very protective over me, they didn't want me to do that sort of thing
Right.
just yet. And so
yeah,
whenever I hit 18, it was in 2020 and COVID was happening, and I didn't know much about the music business world, because I hadn't really started Berkeley yet, and
Hmm.
that's what I was going to school for, was to learn more about the business.
Right.
And unfortunately, while I was just very naive and feeling a little hopeless because of the pandemic, there wasn't much going on in the music world and in my career. I signed this contract, and I remember like crying the next day. Like I just had this like gut instinct, like, oh, what did I do? Why did I do that? And at first, everything was fine, and then eventually, I was just treated really poorly. They called me a diva for wanting different cover art, or just like wanting things to sound the way that I wanted them to, or talking about release
yikes.
dates. It was just not a very good business relationship. It seemed like they were just kind of keeping me in like this chokehold and telling me I need to do this and that, and anything that I said I wanted to do, they would just kind of go against it. So the contract hadn't ended until we started getting into the whole legal battle, and we found a really good lawyer, and
Good,
we
good,
fought a long, hard fight, and finally we're here. So,
good.
Beautiful.
Glad it worked out though. But man, what a pain.
What a
yeah.
nightmare.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to make music, man. Like I just want to
Yeah.
write.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
sing.
just
So,
zonks.
so like from what I've found, in doing my little researches and stuff. So Walk on Mars, you kind of formed, it looks like it was formed in like 2018 with like a much different sound than your current iteration. You had like a band with different members, and now you are here in your solo era. Can you like share like this Walk on Mars musical evolution?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so growing up, I was kind of a solo artist. I just went by Mary Jo my
Yeah.
entire life, and I was kind of that like girl next door pop artist, sat behind the acoustic guitar, and I grew up in a very country-based town, and so everyone really pushed like country songs at bar gigs and sometimes the classic rock. And um I always listened to pop punk music though. That was like the music that I enjoyed, and something that's a little bit more, I guess, my generation. That
Yeah.
was the equivalent for me to like pop punk in the early 2000s, was like the really old like Disney Channel, like Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers. Like I loved those guys, and that's the type of stuff that I listened to. And then I have older sisters, so I got the old like hand-me-down Avril CDs. And yeah, that was really what I wanted to do my entire life. And so whenever I hit college, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start, you know, this like pop punk project, and I called up a friend of mine who was a drummer, and him and I kind of started Walk on Mars together. And we came up with the name actually because it was so difficult for me to transition from being that girl next door pop artist to this like punk rocker chick.
Sure.
And it was like really difficult for people back at home to take me seriously in that role. So I always described it as just like feeling like I'm coming from another planet. And we really liked the concept of just like space, and we were all really nerdy. And so, yeah, that's how Walk on Mars came to be. And we had a very broad group of just like instrumentalists with different genre interests. And I think the guitarist was into like prog rock, and
Right.
we had like a funk bassist, and it was all over the place, which was a great experience.
Hmm.
But I wanted a pop punk band, and so did this drummer, and these guys were not really into that. So we made that first album under the label, and it was a really fun process, but it just really wasn't me like what I wanted to do whenever I had started Walk on Mars. But again, I was just experimenting, playing around with the sound, and I'm happy that eventually we found another group of members. Um, and we all ended up just going our separate ways because of school and whatnot, and just figuring out what we wanted to do with our lives, where we were going to go after graduation. But they were really into the pop punk world, and that's whenever I started creating this sound for myself and writing stuff that sounded more of, what I wanted to do. So,
Well, it's
We'll take
always,
it.
yeah, it's always fun looking back, and I and through like a band's evolution because almost everyone changes,
Oh yeah.
like no one like I've told this multiple times on this show, but like Brett knows, like one of my first like bands, it was like we had a song called Purple Dogs in Underwear. It was just bad music. It was just bad. And
that's
but that
awesome.
was we were trying to be pop punk artists too, but we didn't know how to write music. So, so it just came out whatever came out. And half of it, oh my gosh. Funny enough, like I found the CD, I have it. And there's like 20 songs, there's like two fucking skits on it because we're weird.
Jesus.
And it's like
Scary.
there are songs that are like fucking stained, but then there's like a couple like weird hardcore songs, and then like it is the weirdest eclectic piece of garbage. It's so guys, it's so bad. It's
I gotta,
so bad.
you gotta send this to me sometime. 'Cause,
Brett,
like
I
I'm
Oh,
like,
I need to hear
wait,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I mean, I had a project like that too once, where it was like every single song, like it was me. It was like probably like my second or third band that I ever had, and like I was the only guy in the band that had ever played in a band before. The other two guys had literally just picked up instruments for the sake of playing in a band, so they could barely play to start off with, and like
Yeah.
Oh boy.
every song had a different vibe. Like
Yeah,
some like there was one song that was
dude.
like super like metal, another one that was just like straight up like pop punk, and like it was just all over the place. And like I same thing, I go back to listen to it, it's like the most glorious pile of shit I
Oh.
think I've ever taken
So
part of, and it's
one
great.
one of the pop punk songs that's on this is called the Furby Love Song. And it
The
was
Furby.
yeah, it was written about
I
Furbies
can't.
being in love with each other. And
Jesus.
guys, I wasn't like a kid. I was like 16, 17 years old. I know how some things in life worked at this point. Like I
That's so
don't know
funny.
what I was sitting with my buddy Mike, who is the drummer of that band, and we were listening to it like honestly over this summer, just fucking crying, just laughing so hard at like this hot garbage.
That's like creative though. Like how did you think of that? There could be
I
some
don't I don't know.
appreciation in that aspect of things. Is like how did you think, like you have to be pretty unique and creative to think of
I
writing
look,
about a Furby love song.
I didn't smoke pot. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't one of those kids.
Uh-huh.
I am just a weird fucking dude, I guess.
Yeah.
And
That's amazing though. I really want to hear this song.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, that's like whenever I started writing music and like I don't know, I was in elementary school. I used to write songs during class, and a couple of years ago, I found my binder of notes from school, and I always like wondered why people would always tell me like your stuff is so depressing. Like why do you only perform sad songs? And I didn't like really notice how bad it was at the time because I was just like I love this song, you know? Like I didn't really think about whether it was sad or not. It's just that I liked it.
sure.
And I went through this binder and I had so many songs with the word sad in the title. There was one that was literally called like the sad song. And it's just like typical like elementary school girl like writing a
Mhm.
poem about how sad she is. Like, I don't know, maybe I like failed a
Dude,
math test. I don't know. But like
dude,
whatever I was going through.
it's so great. Like I'm a creativity hoarder. Like I have so much of my old shit. I have like comics I drew from when I was in high
Oh,
school.
that's sick.
Like I have probably like notebooks full of songs I wrote when I was in high school.
But that's the best because then now you can like look back and just like see how far you've come. And sometimes you can even like take some of the creative ideas that you had back then and turn them into something, newer and better. So maybe you can redo For Me Love
I was
Songs.
gonna say, are you trying to say you want to do a collab right now?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm intrigued by that topic. We could
You know, I was
totally make it work.
Oh man,
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think so.
on that subject, I probably I think it was back in 2008. I recorded like my first like it was like my first like solo record where I like did everything, right? It was like a pop punk record and it was not great. And I thought this whole time that like that record was just like lost to like the sands of time. Then I found my old iPod while I was cleaning my basement a
Oh
couple of weeks
baby,
Oh
ago,
boy.
and man, those songs are way worse than I remember. Let me tell you. Oh man, it was rough. It
that's
was rough.
phenomenal. That's
It's
great.
like I mean, I babysit kids, whenever I'm not doing the music stuff. That's how I pay my bills.
Okay.
But and just yesterday we were listening to music and I had just simply told them that my music was on Spotify and they were like, "Oh, you're famous?" And I was
Yeah.
just like, "That's what that means." So like,
Right.
is that how kids really see it? And it makes me think of
Yeah.
like whenever I was younger, I put myself in their shoes and I'm like, yeah, if somebody would have told me that their music was on Spotify or like on YouTube even, I probably would have been like, that's so cool.
Do
And
you
Right.
then you
have a
would check and
CD?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's like now, back then you would go look at my Spotify and you'd realize that it's not as cool as it sounds. And I was always under the 1,000 stream mark up until Walk on Mars. But some kids though, like we really
Yeah.
thought that we were doing something back then. And maybe we were, because look at us
Mhm.
now. So
It's
We're
true.
out here.
It's true. I remember, with Napster, when Napster was first starting, oh man, we put a couple of our really bad songs, but not those bad songs. Bad songs that came after. We put a couple of those up there, and we got two fans from Australia, and we're like,
Oh
"That's it,
man.
guys, this
you're
is it. We did
global.
it. We were
We're
global
global.
now."
Australia,
You're
here we
like, we're
come.
gonna rule the world.
Oh
We
my
should go
God.
tour Australia now.
Right. Maybe those two people will come.
Yeah.
It's probably because of us. That's the reason there are so many good fucking bands coming out of Australia. They downloaded us off of Napster and they just grew up off my band.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
absolutely.
I'm going to tell myself
Absolutely.
that from now on.
Yeah, you should. And that's probably accurate.
That Patrick Ternowski dude, he's really big in Australia.
Oh,
So
it's so funny.
I was gonna say, speaking of social media and networking, you had a lot of success actually with your kind of reimagining of Stacy's mom on TikTok. And I think it came out, I think it's at like what 6.5 million views or something
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah,
yeah. Go ahead. You
You know,
finish your
sorry.
question.
Yeah, sorry. Well, and I was gonna say, that's obviously, helped lead to more like successful videos down the road. I mean, what's your secret? Like, do you have like any techniques that help you when it comes to like social media? Because it is such a staple nowadays in order to be successful in this realm of, music, right? Like
Yeah.
what's your approach to all that?
Um, well, first of all, it took me a while to really find my niche, like the thing that
Sure.
I wanted to do, because uh whenever I was starting social media, I mean, I just like hated it. Like I just social media can be so toxic and it's just like
Oh yeah.
reading comments and stuff can really get to you and you really have to have thick skin once you have like your first viral video or whatever it may be. But I really just did not enjoy making the content I was making and I would just do like just goofy, trendy stuff with the band that I had at the time, like, guess who's playing the guitar? And it was just most of the time it was me trying to convince the guys to like do this content with me, and it was just always a struggle. So whenever I became like this solo artist, I remembered the Stacy's side rewrite that I had done. I actually, a lot of people don't know this, but the first time that that song went I guess viral or just like did really well was an older video with a previous guitarist in the band. Her and I were just sitting in front of a wall and she was playing the guitar and I did the Stacy side rewrite. There wasn't the whole like backdrop. I didn't have like the nicer camera aesthetic,
Hmm.
whatever, I didn't have any of that yet. I was wearing neon green pants and she was wearing a neon green shirt, and we hadn't planned that. And that just really clicked with people. And so green just became our thing. So whenever I went solo, I was like, you know what? That was a lot of fun. And because I was in this record contract, I couldn't release the music that I wanted to be releasing and the songs that I was writing. So this was my way of kind of I guess my loophole, and I got to write music, which wasn't technically mine, of course, but it was still like showcasing my love for songwriting and lyric writing while also enjoying the social media side of things. And I like to make people laugh too, so that's always a pro. But yeah, that first video got like 2 million views, and then I redid it whenever I became a solo artist, and it was at like 6.5 million, I think, on TikTok. But it's actually, I think it hit 12 million on Instagram Reels, which is
Dang,
crazy.
that is.
Um, the power of Stacy's mom. I don't know. It's like every time I post like a little snippet from that video, it's like millions of views instantly. But
Right.
that's taken me to other songs, other classics, and I've just been having so much fun doing these rewrites and writing from different perspectives. So, yeah.
I mean, they're great and they're
Yeah.
funny. Like
They're great.
like
Yeah.
I really enjoy them, and like I could see why, millions of other people do as well.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, making people laugh was, like I said, something that I always loved doing. And um, a lot of my brand has become a bit of like that, um, I guess, like gender stereotypes and I guess anti-gender stereotypes. And one
Yeah,
thing that I was always told growing up is like, oh, you can't be funny or you can't make funny content because you're a woman and girls aren't funny for some reason.
that's
And I was just
bullshit.
like, I know, right? And I was just like, okay, this is again, I grew up in a very like country yee town.
Yeah.
So that's the type of stuff that I heard a lot. But
Right.
whenever I made that video and people laughed, and there were so many just like different people from different parts of the world commenting, loving this stuff, it just like was that satisfaction of being like, huh, I told you so. And then also
Right.
just,
Got him.
yeah, exactly. And
I
it's
told you
like,
I could be funny.
and it's just it's also nice because I turned a really crappy situation into something good that was fun, relieving, comedic, and I still loved it, being in the contract and whatnot. But yeah, it was cool to break that stereotype and to really dive into the music that I love to do with like Stacey's mom and a couple of the other rewrites that I've done. And I'll be performing Stacey's mom too at the festival, which is going to be
Nice.
very difficult because I always want to sing Stacey's side whenever I sing Stacey's mom now. So it's hard to
Right.
like switch back to the lyrics, if that makes sense. I have to really think about it. So,
So you're gonna do Stacy's mom instead of Stacy's side?
yes, because
What?
like I've thought about doing Stacey's side. a couple of times at different shows, but it's really difficult because whenever I play festivals or just like shows with other people, not everybody's like there specifically to see me, and so they
Right.
don't really know
Sure.
those lyrics. And
They'll
Stacy's
definitely
mom
know
is
Stacy's mom. It's iconic,
Right.
but
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. But like Stacy's side, they'll be just like, what is this? Unless it's like an acoustic, intimate setting, and I'm like, oh, this is something that I did, and it's really goofy, and I, set it up like that, then it's
sure.
another thing. But
Okay.
at this emo night, we're just trying to have fun and vibe and
Right.
get
Sure.
everyone to sing along. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll stick to Stacy's mom. Well, people can look at my social media if they
For
want to know
now.
Stacy's side.
For now.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Do you have any like techniques with like how you continue doing your social media of like helping yourself stay like current relevant, or like do you follow trends at all, or do you make sure you post a certain amount of times? What exactly works for you?
Yeah, I usually post Sunday nights on TikTok, and then sporadically throughout the week on Instagram. The biggest thing that I stuck to was like I mentioned before, that like neon green
Hmm.
aesthetic, and so that just colored it just like, pops, and people really recognized it. So whenever I started making videos with like the LEDs and the lights, people would recognize it was me. And I noticed even that as soon as I took away that backdrop for a couple of videos, like I didn't get as much traction. So it's crazy
Sure.
how much power the background and the brand, I guess, has whenever it
Hmm.
comes to social media. But it's all about keeping it fun and making sure like I enjoy the stuff that I'm doing. So yes, I do follow trends a lot of the time. But if it's not going to be for me, or if it's a song that I really don't like, then I'm not going to do a rewrite to it. I'm
Sure.
not going to like force myself to do something that isn't going to be enjoyable for me. But thankfully, a lot of the trending stuff, I just find it to be pretty funny, and I find some reason to enjoy it and make something goofy out of it. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. And that's crazy. Like, that's crazy that you only post like once a week on TikTok, and it's still working for you. Because I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I've tried
because
to,
oh,
yeah.
I was just gonna say because I know that like so many people are like you gotta post like one, two, three, four times a day, man. And it's like, yeah, so, I guess.
I mean,
It all
technically,
depends, right?
yeah, should I be doing that? Probably. And I have done that before where I'll post multiple times in a week, and I'll still do that. But I just noticed, again, going back to the enjoying it, making sure you
Hmm.
don't get burnt out, because at the
Oh
end of the
yeah,
day, what I love to do is the music side of things. I like making the music and performing it and, going to the studio. That's the side of things that I'm here for. And the social media is just that free marketing and a way to connect with people on the outside world to bring them to my music.
right.
So I try to not get too burnt out with my social media, and I try to set up like a specific day in the week where I, make the content, and then I edit it in my own time, and then I post once a week just to make sure that people expect the post, like people like know when I'm gonna post something new, and they
Sure.
know that I'm
Sure. Yeah.
still here and I'm trying to stay like relevant. And sometimes it takes like another story post or whatever it might be. I'll sprinkle things here and there, but once a week, just kind of, I just noticed that that's how I get the most success overall when it comes to staying consistent,
Hmm.
views, and yeah, like I said, just enjoying it and not getting
You know,
burnt out of social media because
and
it's a lot.
That's a big part.
that's fucking beautiful,
Yes.
man.
It
That's
is.
fucking beautiful. I wish everyone could be able to just, do that because it's such a grind.
It
Oh
is.
yeah.
Like it like and realistically, it's like don't get me wrong, like I love watching some TikTok, right? It's funny. I love reels. You could anywhere you watch your videos, there's funny
Mhm.
shit on there, and it's
Hmm.
great. And it's fun. I try to stay away from the non-fun videos as much as possible, but boy, do they get overwhelming.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but like it's just everyone is so sucked into their like phone and stuff now to where it's like
Hmm.
it would be so awesome if you didn't have to do so much social media just to be relevant and to stay relevant. So it's fucking beautiful that you're able to do that. Like,
Yeah,
seriously, congrats. That's so
I love
awesome.
that.
I love that so much for
Mhm.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like it's definitely still that grind. And like I said, should I be doing that? Probably, that
But if it's
constant
working,
posting.
just
yep,
be
Yeah, exactly.
happy
If it's
then.
yeah, and it's like I've had to learn not to look at my comment section. That was like the biggest thing for me was whenever, you start getting the hate comments. In the beginning it was I would like to say that I had like pretty thick skin going into it, and so I just like laughed them off. But when people start telling you the same things over and over again about, something that people point out a lot is my eyebrows. They're very expressive, I guess, in my videos. And at first I was
Okay.
just like, oh, that's actually really funny. And then everybody says it. And then I start thinking about it whenever I'm filming. And then I become insecure about it. And I'm like, is that what they want? And then eventually I just hit this point where I was like, man, I'm so like exhausted. Like, I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm just going to be who I am. And at one point, I even flipped to like really leaning into that and just
Mhm.
like making people really annoyed by my facial expressions because it's just funny because I get that interaction and they don't
Yeah.
realize that whenever they comment making fun of my facial expressions, they're actually helping me or,
Yeah,
you know,
they're just feeding the beast, you know?
yep,
yep, yeah. Or like, the creepy old 70-year-old men who like to say questionable things about me. It's like it's like, okay, dude, like
Like
I
gross.
can't I don't even know how to take it. It's like, overwhelming at first, but after a while, unfortunately, you do just kind of have to get used to it, hide those comments, move on with
Right.
your life. And that's
yep,
why I've just limited myself. And I'm like, if I can do one a week, one or two a week, then, that's gonna help my sanity and make me like still love this world of things.
Right.
So,
yeah,
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 we talked to Jack about this too, just because I really enjoy like when he like calls them out, and it's like makes
oh,
right,
a
I love
video
that.
with their
Yeah.
shit because it's like it baffles me. Like people like this is
yeah,
forever. You
right,
can't just delete this. This is here now. You're a
Yep.
fucking idiot. Like
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? Your kids, your friends and family can see what a piece of crap you are now. Like,
Yeah.
why?
right,
I don't understand it. And it's like you click on their profile and they're following like 3,000 people and then they have like two followers, if even that. And
right,
it tells you everything. Just like
yep,
that's what they live for some reason. Maybe
Hmm.
it's,
yep,
maybe they're just really sad and lonely. Maybe I don't know. But a lot of the time they'll have like their wives in the picture with them or their
Right.
kids. And
yeah,
they're like saying this sexual or really questionable stuff to me, and I click on their page and I see like one big happy family,
Yeah.
yeah,
and it's like, okay, now this is bigger than me. So
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I think that's a great way of putting it, is like thinking, these people have their own issues. This isn't my issue.
Yeah.
Obviously he's in the wrong for saying something like that, and he has a
Right.
family or like a wife or whatever. And it helps me take it less personally. And it's just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like,
right,
Yeah.
and again, the hate comments, I always said whenever I was younger, I was like, whenever I get hate comments, I'm not going to take it personally. That's going to be like when I know that I've made it big, and I'm not
Yeah.
quite there yet, but having that mindset was right of me because, I don't know what I do without it because it's a lot.
right,
I mean, like, 6 million views on anything or, ain't nothing to sneeze at, so
right,
you're doing something right.
Oh, well, thank you.
yeah, no, absolutely.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Me and
Absolutely.
Stacy appreciate that.
Well, Stacy isn't anything without you because you did it, you know. I mean, yeah, Stacy's side anyway. Stacy's mom, we can't. That's
Yeah,
Fountains
we
of
can't really
Wayne.
speak
Yep.
on her
Fountains of Wayne
behalf.
did that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
But
just here for Stacy.
yeah, that's the thing. You were here. You had Stacy's back when no one else did.
Stacy fam represent.
Let's go.
All right. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out your musical journey, what would that be?
Ooh. Um, the biggest advice I would give is kind of relating to what we were just talking about. Don't get sucked into trends and doing what everybody else on the internet is doing just because you think that's what's going to be popular. Because at the end of the day, somebody has to start the trend.
Hmm.
And uh, at the end of the day, the person who's starting the trend is the person who's doing what they want to be doing, and they are using their own creativity and their own outside of the box thinking to put what they love doing into a video, and that's what becomes trending. You don't want to be part of the trend, you want to be the trend. So don't be afraid to step outside of the box. Don't get trapped in social media. Don't be afraid to give yourself a break from social media.
Hmm.
Protect yourself, protect your mental health, and remind yourself that you love music and that's why you're here. Just keep reminding yourself of why you're here, and then you'll be good.
I love that.
Perfect. Beautiful.
I gotta
Gorgeous.
say that might go in like top three best responses for that question since I've
Oh,
been on this
yes, let's
podcast.
go.
I love that so much. Just yeah,
Thank you.
no,
Yeah.
to a
Yeah.
T. That's
I
right
mean,
on the
it's
money.
perfect, you know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
A lot of
All
people need
right.
to hear it.
Oh yeah. Like
yeah.
I need to hear it. I need to
I
hear
I
that
I
right
needed
now.
to
I'm
hear
yep
it.
yep
So yeah, I look in the mirror and I tell myself that all the time. I just like I have to remind myself of that sometimes. But
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's it's so easy to get sucked into the everything going on around you that you forget to look in the mirror and be like, okay, like how am I
And
doing today?
you know,
How am I
yeah,
taking care of myself?
and sometimes you just got to pull out. I don't know if you guys remember this, but that Saturday Night Live skit, Stuart Smalley, looking into that mirror and going, yeah, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me,
yeah,
you know.
hell yeah.
Sometimes
No, that's true.
you got to pull
It's
it
so
out,
true.
feel good about it.
Yeah.
All right. That is it for that part. Now it's time for
Cool.
the food for thought segment.
Oh
Oh
yes.
boy, it's time to get
Time to get
time
hungry.
time to get a little
Oh, let's
hungry.
go.
Brett, you want to start us out here?
Oh, I would love to. I'd
Good,
love
get
to
it.
get. Um, well, on the road, what's your go-to meal or snack to keep the energy up during long drives and performances?
Ooh,
So,
snack would be Takis.
Yeah.
like, what
I
kind
love
Okay.
of what kind
Takis.
of Takis? Like the
Right.
Um,
just OG?
all of
What?
them, all of them except for the nacho, like the cheesy ones. I'm not into the cheesy ones, but I love
Yeah.
like the original. I know it's like horrible for your insides, but I love the blue Takis. They're
I
so good. I don't know if it's because they're blue and they like make your tongue blue and it's
Well,
like the
blue is
effect and
always the
it's like
best of flavors. So,
right.
yeah, but it's so I mean, I'm sure it's like, you know, destroying my insides, but like I don't
Right.
care. Like it tastes great and it's fun. So yeah, Takis are always my go-to. Usually whenever it comes to meals, I like subs a lot, which is like really boring, but it's just a thing.
uh,
My
it-
favorite fast food is Taco Bell, so
Hell yeah.
I'm always down
Heard
for some
that.
Taco Bell. Hmm.
hear that right there. Well, that's perfect because our next
Yep.
question is, what's your Taco Bell order?
Oh, easy. I would get the Crunch Wrap Supreme, and then I would add jalapenos in the red sauce. And then I would get the meal, and I would get the chips. I love a good chips and dip,
Mm,
so like
hmm.
chips with queso. And then I get the zero. Is it zero sugar or diet? I don't know. Same thing. I don't know. There's a difference. Don't come at
Yeah.
me. But the Baja Blast, of course.
That's
It's the
because I got
same. Yep.
I got the zero sugar Baja
That's the
Blast right
Baja
here.
Zero.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
and the only beef that I have with Taco Bell, pun intended, is the fries, like the nacho fries with
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
the cheese
Yeah.
dip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wish so badly that they would come in a meal with the Crunchwrap Supreme because I
Yeah.
always spend the extra like what I think it's like $4 or something to get
Sure.
those. Well, maybe that's why they're doing that. They know that I'm going to spend the money.
Can I
So,
let
Yeah.
you in on a little hack, a Crunchwrap Supreme hack? Because I'm a
ooh.
if you couldn't tell, I dabble in the art of Taco Bell.
I could see
Get a
that.
Crunchwrap Supreme, but get the nacho fries in the Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you
I
can do it.
do.
Like I order on the
Mhm.
app all the time, and like you can do that. Like
Yeah.
you can get your
I do
nacho
that
fries. So
with the
I'll
with
get
the
I'll get the
cheesy bean and rice.
I'll get the
Oh, the
nacho fries
cheesy
in
bean
there,
rice.
and then I'll
Yeah.
add in spicy ranch.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the spicy ranch.
yeah,
Oh man. Oh,
spicy
I
ranch
need
on
to write this
everything.
down.
Yeah,
This is
Get
important.
your notes
This
app out.
it is so
yeah.
good. It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
I always
Noted.
get the cheesy bean and rice burrito and add nacho fries into that because that
Ooh.
is only $1 for that burrito, and then it's like 80 cents, I think, to add nacho fries into it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And those fries are so good.
Oh my
Like
Yeah,
God,
they're
they're
so
so
good.
good.
they're so good.
I used to be a sucker for the KFC fries, like whenever they
Mhm.
switched from the potato wedges to the fries, and I
Oh,
loved
Yep.
like the seasoning. It's still like epic, like still amazing. But the Taco Bell nacho fries just hit
yeah.
different. It's
Well,
just
they had to switch from the potato wedges because we talk about this all the time. Potato wedges is probably the second worst form of fry.
I agree.
Yep.
Wait, I feel like that's
Yep.
a not very popular opinion though. Like
I
I feel
don't
like
know anyone that likes a wedge.
really,
Weird.
Yeah.
I
If
feel
it's
like
Weirdos.
like
I'm always the weirdo for not for
if it's
not liking the wedge.
if it's like a seasoned potato wedge where it, like
Well, yeah. I think
I
that's
think
the
it was
only
like
way.
when I think Wendy's has like their like I think they're like breakfast like potato wedges, but they're like seasoned, right? It's
I
not
don't
just
know.
like
Right.
not just like someone cut a potato like a fucking apple and gave it to you.
I don't
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's
Not as
too
boring as not
it,
as boring as crinkle fries though.
it's
Like
yeah,
crinkle fries
crinkle
are the worst.
fries
Yeah.
are the worst
They're,
form of
they're
fry.
stupid.
Oh,
They're
thank
stupid. They're
you.
stupid.
I
They're just
have
dumb.
I have this argument with my boyfriend all the time. He loves crinkle cut fries, and I just do not get it because it's you know what it is? It's like the potato. Like I don't eat fries for the potato aspect of it. It's for like the crunchy outside,
Yeah.
like the
Right.
Well, and
fried
that's the
part.
problem with the wedge. It's too much
Yeah.
potato,
Too
Yeah.
There's
much
no
potato.
because
Yeah.
you don't like I mean, if you're getting a good crisp on a potato wedge, well, you're fucking fancy, okay?
And
Yeah.
those are gonna be some tiny wedges if
Yeah,
they're
those will be pretty
if they're
tiny if you're
crispy.
getting
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
even
know
a
how you do that.
I don't know, but it's like it's just if I wanted like like a potato a wedge, I feel like I'd rather just get a baked potato or something, man.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I don't know. Yeah, potato wedges are just, I think they're overrated, but apparently, I don't know. I thought the popular opinion was that potato wedges are like goated, but I never agreed with that.
They
I just,
Well,
I
as
don't get it.
as this show stands as of right now, the potato wedge is not on the top of
right.
the list.
Yes,
And,
canceled.
and the top of the list is very
Canceled.
clearly curly fries. Curly fries
Clearly,
are the best.
curly fries is
Oh,
Curly
thank you. Oh
fries
my
that
are like
God, I
hands
love
down
you
the best.
guys. This is
yeah.
sick.
Curly
The
fries
curly fries. Oh,
those are
so
goaded.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, have you
I
guys
have
had sheets?
Oh yeah.
Sheets? Okay. Sheets is like my, you know how there's like a whole rivalry between Wawa and
Sheets and
Sheets.
Wawa. Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
that should have been my answer when you asked about the meal thing on the road. Every time I see a Sheets on the road, we're stopping at the Sheets so I can get jalapeno poppers and curly fries.
Yeah,
Because
Sheets
the
is
curly fries, oh,
I'm a Sheets person over Wawa. But
yes.
How okay, so I haven't been to Sheets in I don't know. Last time I toured the East Coast was probably like 2007. So that would have probably been the last time I've been to a Sheets. How far west does Sheets go? Because I know that's an East Coast thing, right?
Yeah, I think there are some in Ohio. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know if that's like the
maybe.
furthest west. Yeah,
Right.
west.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
But
mean,
Okay.
I don't know where. I don't think I've ever seen a Sheets until I hit Pennsylvania.
Right. When I
yeah,
think of Sheets, I think of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
yeah, it's very
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. But specifically like southwest Pennsylvania has them on
Okay.
like every street.
Got
That's
it.
where I grew up, is like the Pittsburgh area. But whenever you
Hmm.
start heading towards Philly, that's where you get Wawa. And it's just not the same. It's the
Yeah.
vibes are different. The food is just not as good. And I don't get the people who say I feel like that those people are just bitter and they, are just
What
biased.
well, I mean, this is an East Coast kind of thing. Not even just the Sheets
Right.
versus Wawa, but being competitive with each other is a
Right.
fucking East Coast thing.
It
It's just
really
like
is, yeah.
it's like You wear shoes? Well, I fucking wear better shoes, man. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
fucking everything. It's just like every
Sports, the whole nine yards. You're right. Yeah.
sports, pizza, fucking Phillies,
Oh,
hot
Philly
dogs,
cheesesteak.
anything, fucking
Mm-hmm.
anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
This is
anything.
true.
It's crazy.
I
I
got
just
better shoes.
you got fucking shoes. Check out these fucking shoes, guy.
Oh, that's
How do they
awesome.
talk
Uh,
out there too? It's been a while. The
Yeah.
guy.
I don't know. It's like a mix of like Philly and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I
Ja,
tried to
du
really
Dick.
I tried to like my Arnold dove really deep into my Bill Burr. But I
Yeah,
think
take a
he's
look at my
Boston, ain't he?
tootsies. I got brand new shoes.
Check out my Jordans. The fucking baller dude. Yeah. Which is also just
Those are
not a good
impressive.
impression.
No,
But
It's a
I
fantastic.
thought they were
No,
impressive,
it was
but
great. It was
thank
great.
you. Thank
You
you.
yeah.
killed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Schwartzy, as I like to call him, Schwartzy probably wears and ones, you know. I don't know.
Can we look this up? Can we get a fact check?
He's like, man, I'm old. I wear Skechers. I
Skechers.
need that support.
Hey,
So
don't go slamming Skechers.
I guess this kind of leads us really well into the next question then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If Walk on Mars was a potato, what kind of potato would you be?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, this might be the hardest question I've ever answered. Oh man.
This
What
is
kind of potato?
this is our
So
hard
sky's the
hitting.
limit.
Yeah.
It could be a type of
What,
potato. It can be a way a potato is prepared. Sky's
however,
the
your
limit.
heart like
Yeah.
takes this question is really where you can
When
take it.
you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you think, what kind of potato am I? Like, what kind of potato do you see in the mirror?
What's really funny about that is I refer to myself as a potato all the time. So I just never thought of what type of potato. Like, damn.
Right.
Um, I, hmm. You know what? I think I would be some form of sweet potato.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of what form that might be. I kind of want to say, have you guys been to like Texas Roadhouse?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You know how you can get the loaded sweet potato and it's like a
Mhm.
sweet potato with like toasted marshmallows, cinnamon, and
Mhm.
like sugar or whatever on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way of describing Walk on Mars because it's like unpredictable and it's like I don't know, like
Sweet.
just different. So I was gonna say sweet, but that'd be weird to say about myself. So I guess like yeah, we're pretty sweet,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
I think unpredictable and just like strange and out there and out of the norm is like more so what I was going for with that because whenever I found out about that, I used to work at Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Whenever I found out about that, loaded sweet potato, I was so confused because I've only had like sweet potatoes in the form of like fries or just, with butter.
Sure.
And then whenever I tried that, it changed my life. So yeah, you just
Yeah.
have to listen to my music and then it's gonna change your life. Just like
There it
a
is.
There we go.
loaded sweet
There we
potato at
go.
Texas Roadhouse.
Perfect.
There you
When you
go.
when you worked at Texas Roadhouse, was it during the time when you can have peanuts and just throw that shit on the floor?
No, but everybody thought that they could still, and it was so frustrating. No, because I didn't understand why people would do that, and I
Right.
would have to mop the floors at the end of the night, and I'd be like, why the hell are there like peanuts
That what a
everywhere? Like,
what a wild fucking era for Texas Roadhouse. It was literally
Yeah.
like just fucking you might as well bring back spittoons while you're at it, guys. Like
Right.
Jesus. Like
Yep.
then you just
oh
the
yeah.
end of the night you're just cleaning up peanut shells and chew spit. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. No, the peanut
Mm.
shells, I would
Mm.
get so frustrated. And then, a couple months into working there, somebody told me that that used to be a thing. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that actually
Yep.
makes a lot of sense. And it's like, we got rid of that, but we couldn't have gotten rid of the line dancing because I used to like hide in the bathroom for that. I did not like the line dancing.
Was that like for like when it was like someone's birthday and you have to like
Yeah,
come out and
someone's
like do a whole
birthday.
to do or
Well, no. So we did the birthday thing, and I
okay.
I never did the birthday chant. I just kind of followed someone, and I brought the saddle because they pull over a
Oh yeah, you
saddle, and
got
you
to
get to
bring
sit
the
on the
saddle
saddle.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to pull over the saddle, and then somebody does like the counting, and you clap for them or whatever. But the
Hmm.
line dancing would just happen randomly. So like
Oh,
we had, there was one. The only one I remember is the watermelon crawl.
Hmm.
And the song would start playing over the speakers, and that was like our cue to go out into the restaurant and line up and get ready to line dance. But for me, it was my cue to go hide in the bathroom stalls. So I
Jesus.
don't know. It
Do
was, yeah,
you
scary.
still remember it?
Um,
Could you dance it right now?
you know what? Um, I'm gonna say no, but maybe if you show up, or if anybody who's watching slash listening to this shows up to the festival and you request it, I might be down.
There you
So
go.
Oh, snap.
I
You heard it right
might
here,
be down.
folks.
I just want to rehearse a little bit
But
beforehand.
besides that, you also have to be really fucking nice about it, okay?
Right.
And
Oh,
tell them that,
okay.
and let them know, and let Mary Jo know, hey, she's got better shoes than you do,
Yeah.
okay? You got to be able to
Yeah.
take one, you got to
Hmm.
your shoes aren't as important, okay?
Exactly. Yep.
You want that watermelon crawl. You know what to do.
Oh. What an interesting name. I don't know why it was called that,
Right.
but
I was gonna say I go to Texas Roadhouse somewhat often because there's one here in my hometown, and I have never once seen them line dance there ever.
I don't think
probably
I
because
have
they
either.
avoid it. A lot of
Do
the
they?
employees just don't. Like
Yeah,
for a while we didn't, and then I think we got like our restaurant got yelled at, and they were
for
like,
not
"No, you
line
have
dancing
to do it."
enough.
Yeah. They were like, "You have to do it
How,
more often."
how
So
stupid. Like,
it was so dumb,
I
and
I
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen like, I mean, but me and Brett, we're in the Midwest, so
right,
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it either. However, I don't frequent the Texas Roadhouse. So,
right.
Yeah.
not when I got Taco Bell down the block.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say I
for
we
real.
we go there like when my daughter gets like a free kids meal from school coupon. I'm like, okay,
Uh,
cool. Texas Roadhouse tonight. Steak sounds great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, they have a lot of deals and stuff, so sometimes that'll pull me to Texas Roadhouse
sure,
yeah.
or
sure,
just,
sure.
the honey cinnamon rolls. Ugh.
Oh, don't
Those
even get me
are those
started.
are worth it, you know.
My girlfriend and I will get those like get a to go order for those. We'll run there. We'll grab those, bring them home, and just
Yeah,
that's all. Like
They're
my
nothing else.
so good.
They're
for
I
amazing.
my
I would eat like
daughter's
three baskets a
when
shift. So.
my daughter was obsessed with breads. And so for her birthday, she wanted to do a bread bar. And
I
so
love that.
so and for the rest of us that had to be a part of this bread bar, right? We so she wanted the bread from Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, and then I don't remember what the other one was. But so my wife made food that went along with these breads, but we went and got the bread from Texas Roadhouse and Olive Garden. We just bought those and then made food at home that went with it. That
That's
was
actually
Love that.
incredible. I should have thought of that. Oh man. That
well,
that sounds amazing, actually.
when she was younger, she like every birthday she was like, I want to do this type of bar. Like she did a baked potato bar and and then the bread bar and
That's
just
cool. That's I just have like really random like favorite foods and stuff. So my 16th birthday, I think was the weirdest one. My mom asked what I wanted for my 16th birthday, like what I wanted for dinner, and I
mhm.
wanted chicken Alfredo, applesauce, and then like a jar of whole pickles.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude.
I told you, like I mean, what
I
did you
mean, I
expect me to say
support
something
it.
normal?
No, I
Like,
support. I mean, all of the foods are normal, but together,
together.
it's a very
Yeah.
interesting combination.
I think I was going
Right.
through a lot.
I was going through shit, guys.
It was a thing.
It was the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, I'll still go for that chicken Alfredo. My mom makes the best chicken Alfredo. So like that one makes sense, but then like I guess the applesauce, if you knew my mom's applesauce, it would make sense too. She makes
Sure.
really good homemade applesauce. It's like
Okay.
chunky. We have apple trees and it's fresh. It's like really
Yeah,
good.
so
But
it's not like Mott's or something. You're not just
yeah,
getting,
it's not like she's just getting me like one of those like squeezy packets of
sure.
applesauce,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
she's cooking the applesauce.
Okay.
But yeah, the pickles, that was just a Mary classic. I just always had a giant jar of pickles in the fridge, and so on my birthday, I specifically wanted there to be pickles. I wanted to make sure that I was stocked up, ready to go for that chicken
There you go.
Alfredo and applesauce, I guess. So
Well,
yeah,
Hell yeah.
fucking
I'll
all
never
right.
forget it.
I love it. I love it. All right. That's the end of the food for thought segment. Now it's time. We're going to end up with our rapid fire question segment as
Ooh.
we promised you.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
We
Okay.
got math questions. We got
Yep.
science. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Geography,
You see my
physics.
eyes.
Very
Hope you know
simple. This
hope
is
you know your
very easy.
physics.
This is going to be very easy, I promise. You're just going to speak from the
Ooh.
heart. You're just going to shoot
Okay.
from the hip. Whatever the
Okay.
first thing that pops into your head, even if it's not one of the two options I present to you, you just speak your truth, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm scared.
No,
Okay.
seriously, it's easy. You got this. All
All
right.
right.
Liquid Death or LaCroix?
Liquid death.
All right. Brett, we'll go
All right.
back and forth.
We'll do a little ping pong. All right. Spotify or Apple Music?
Oh, Spotify.
Yeah.
And Spotify finally has lossless now, so I can sleep well at night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just want to throw that out there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Easy.
I'm glad you won't be losing any more sleep. He had some dark rings under his eyes there for a while. A good 15 years or something.
At least.
South Park or Family Guy?
South Park.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That one was a little difficult. I hesitated a little bit,
Dude,
but yeah.
the new
Yeah.
Family Guy Halloween special, real funny. Real funny.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
real
man.
funny.
I'll have to watch it.
I watched it last night.
MySpace or TikTok?
Oh man, I'm gonna be the loser and say TikTok because I'm young. But I'm sure MySpace would be my actual answer
Right.
if I remembered anything from it, but I just didn't. I was too
That's
young.
okay.
I mean,
That's okay.
it
That's
took me
fair.
end of like I was getting out of high school whenever I had a phone for the first time, actually. So I wasn't on social media for too long.
Wow.
If it helps you in any way, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 18, but there
Mhm.
wasn't social media yet.
Yeah,
Right.
see,
Same.
that's the thing. That's the thing. My parents got me a track phone whenever I was younger. Probably like middle school. No. It was like, yeah, no, eighth grade, they got me a track phone. And then I carried around this big iPad that was like a hand-me-down
Mm.
from like a friend of mine who was on my volleyball team.
My
And I got picked on so much for just carrying around an iPad. I was like an iPad kid, but in high school. So
they were just jealous. They were just
Right.
jealous.
yeah, honestly, yeah.
My phone had remember, had Snake. Oh, man.
Snake. Yep.
I still love Snake.
Classic.
Oh,
Classic.
wait, I know what Snake is, but
Yeah.
that's solely because of the hand-me-down like track phone thingy that I got from
Yep.
my older sister.
Snake, man. It's a good game. Good
That
game.
was fun.
I played so
It-
much Snake on my first phone. I was like,
Oh yeah.
so cool. It's almost like a Game Boy game on my phone.
Almost,
Game
right?
And I
Boy.
can play Fortnite on your phones. Like
I do. I do.
Do you?
Oh yeah. Sometimes
No way.
like my son will have friends over and stuff, and I'll be like, hey, you can play on the Xbox. I'll just connect one of the Xbox controllers to my fucking phone and play Fortnite on it. It's
Yep,
Such a
that's the
crazy.
weird
thing.
concept.
What a world
That's
that
a
we live
thing.
in. It's crazy.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
fun. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Drive-through records. This is another throwback. So drive-through records or fueled by ramen records.
Fueled by ramen records.
Let's say that makes sense.
Is that
Yeah.
okay? Is
It's
that
Is that
all
okay? It's all
okay.
okay. It's all this is all about you.
Yeah,
Is
these
that
are
all
your
right?
preferences, not mine.
That's an
I'm not
acceptable answer.
silently
Yeah.
judging you,
Yeah, like
not
no one,
yet.
we're not gonna give you a grade at the end of this to like be like, hey, this is how cool you are, depending on how you answered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this showing my age? Like,
We're
is
gonna
this
send we're gonna
exposing
send you
myself?
like a
I mean,
certificate in the mail.
old Pepe over here and I are talking about playing
Pepe.
Snake on our phones, so
Yeah.
we're showing
It's
our age
true.
too.
That's true. That's true.
Like
Okay, fair enough.
Friggin' Pepe and Benito over here.
Benito. Jesus.
Um,
Oh boy. Okay, next. Beanies or snapbacks?
Mm, middle school me would have said snapbacks, but I'm gonna say beanies.
nice.
Fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Now this is the true test.
Right.
Okay.
This is the only one that has
This
the
is
right
the
answer.
only one that has a right and wrong answer.
Oh man.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't. But
It-
Darth
Okay.
Darth Vader or Voldemort?
Oh, don't do this to me. Oh God. Oh my God. Wait, I want to like pan the camera to like show you. I
That would be
have
so funny. Also, if you were just like, you know how you got the two cameras, if you like looked sideways and then the other camera popped up. Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
wait, wait,
It
can I
just did
actually do
fucking
that?
just
I
has a
might not be
super
able to.
yeah, the dun
Wait,
dun dun.
it's actually working.
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
We have so much Star Wars stuff in
Oh boy.
here, and
Good.
like I don't know if I'm aiming it at the Funko Pops up there,
Yep.
but
Yep.
yeah. So this is really difficult though because whenever I was younger, whenever I was growing up, like Harry Potter was my life. Like I had a
Right.
spell book, like I could quote those movies like the back of my hand. But same thing with Star Wars. I don't know. Ah. Okay. You know what? You know what?
hmm
I think younger me will forgive me if I say Darth Vader because he's just got like there's so much character development,
So
like with the
much.
whole like Anakin's whole backstory,
Oh
like even
yeah.
going the way to like the Clone Wars, like
Yep.
there's just so much lore to unlock there. Whereas Voldemort was just kind of like a moody dude who was trying to kill a teenager. Like
Yeah.
that was like
It's
his
like,
first because he
dude,
failed whenever he was a
dude,
baby.
weird.
Like,
Like,
dude,
Yeah, it's like
grow a nose, why don't you?
yeah,
yeah, but
grow
for
up,
real,
bud.
it's like dude couldn't kill a kid, whatever the kid was like, what, like one,
Yeah,
two, like
Yeah.
literally
and
a
then just
baby,
became
and
obsessed
Yeah.
with killing this child.
And how
yeah,
many
that's
and
kind of
how
Kind
many
messed
of
up.
kids
weird.
did Anakin kill?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he wasn't obsessed with it. He was just like, I'm
No.
gonna kill you,
Well,
and he
well,
Just
no,
did.
he's just
because
like,
he
"What's up,
actually
dude?"
did it.
Yeah. See, that's the
Like,
thing. It's like
Yeah.
he wasn't
not that
even
that's a
fucking
flex.
Vader yet, and he
Yeah.
was able to do it.
Yeah, for real. And I just feel like I just feel like Voldemort, like Harry Potter could have ended way sooner if Voldemort just would have gotten therapy. Like I just,
Just have an intervention for him, you know? It's like,
yeah.
Voldy, buddy, hey, we care about
Hey,
you, okay?
It's a
You
teenage
need
boy. He's a kid.
he's just a kid, man. He's just trying to go to school.
he's just a kid and his life is a nightmare.
Exactly.
hmm
He just needed to
Had to go
listen to
there.
that song.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that's the moral of the story here is Voldemort just didn't have enough solid pop punk and emo in his life to really
Yeah.
truly vent his issues, you know?
Yeah.
He thought he
Yeah.
was the only person that felt the way he did, and then he just never discovered Simple Plan,
Oh, you're so right.
you
Yeah,
know?
because he was so emo, if you think about it, but
Right.
he was like a
Oh, he was
closeted emo.
yeah.
Closet emo.
He was closeted emo. He needed
Yep.
to get back in that closet and find some fucking clothes too. That dude only wore robes, man.
Right.
Yeah, and
Dude,
therapy.
weird. Weird.
Weird guy. Yeah.
Weird
Darth
guy.
Vader locking it in.
Lock it in.
Lock-
Love it.
all right.
Perfect. Because that is the
That is
right
the correct
answer.
answer. That's
Yeah,
the
let's
correct
go.
answer.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Oh, whew. I literally started sweating there. That was
Yeah.
so difficult for me.
Bit of a panic attack, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
All right. So for our last one,
Okay.
there's not a correct answer for this one. This is Green Day or Blink 182.
Green Day.
because they
Yeah.
because of green.
because of green.
Exactly. No, I don't know. I just feel like I have more life lore listening to Green Day, you
Yeah.
know? Like I've been listening to Green Day since I was like on my little Apple Shuffle thingy that I
Mhm.
got from my sisters, or even I actually had a DVD player when nobody else did. So I guess that's my flex. That doesn't show my age because it wouldn't line up, but like whenever I was in middle school, I had a DVD player, or not a DVD, sorry, CD. Now I'm showing my age. I failed. I did have a DVD player too, though. But my CD player, I had all the hand-me-down Avril CDs that my sisters had, and then I had like Green Day, and then my cousins gave me My Chemical Romance CDs, and that's
Hell yeah.
like my favorite band now. But yeah, Green Day, I just feel like I have more memories like listening to them since I was younger. Blink 182, ooh, this is gonna be it's gonna be questionable. I'm not like a huge Blink fan.
That's
Like
okay.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like I wow. That's how I know you guys are really accepting of these answers because usually everyone I get attacked for saying that. But
I was gonna say
even
for
Ben,
reference, this pink guitar behind me is their guitarist's signature model. But I
I
get it.
love Blink 182. They're
I know
amazing.
I get it
No,
though. It's I get it.
everyone can
Yeah,
like their so
Exactly.
everyone
I
Exactly.
don't
can like
hate
their
them.
own music.
Yeah.
Everyone can like their own movies. Obviously,
Yeah.
like I like Harry Potter. It's a
Same.
joke that we
Same.
say that like
Yeah,
Vader's the
there's
correct.
always
Right.
It's we're
yeah,
having fun here,
It's a
guys.
great story and they're
But
great films.
yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know. When people get so upset about music and what you
Right.
like or dislike, it's like, why? Why do
Why?
you're not like it doesn't
Yeah.
affect you, it affects me.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
Oh
Blink
my gosh,
182,
you like that thing I don't like. Oh no.
yeah,
Oh no.
exactly. It's like the shoes again. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, you like Blink 182? Well, I like My Chemical Romance, and they're like way cooler. And
right.
hear about their like comeback tour, like
With
so much better.
Poser.
Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
exactly.
you said MCR is like your favorite band right now. Did you
Oh,
catch them
of
on the
all time.
Black Parade tour at all?
I literally cry every time somebody asks me this
Oh
question.
no.
I'm so broke. I'm so
Oh
broke. It's
no.
so expensive, but they're
Yeah.
coming to Nashville next year,
Yep.
and I just cleared my credit card, so
Do it.
I guess
I
I'm
I,
gonna
I
unclear my credit card.
my girlfriend and I saw the show at Soldier Field. We were in the pit, and if
Oh,
you get
you're
the
so
chance to go, absolutely go. It is
Oh, I'm
breathtakingly
totally
awesome.
going. Like hands down after they announced 2026, I was like I'm
Mhm.
going because I went to their reunion tour because that was like
Yep.
a dream come true because My Chem was
Yep.
always like my favorite band.
Yep.
And I got to go it was on 9/11 in New York City, and My Chem fans will know the significance of 9/11
Yes.
and My
Oh
Chemical
yeah.
Romance, of course.
Yep. Yep.
Um and I was in the pit and the tickets were like $4,000 for two,
Mm-hmm.
and I used my student loan money to
There you
go.
go. Was
So,
that the
and
very
that's
first one? Like when they like their very first show back? Was it that one?
no, I don't think it was the first one, if
Okay.
I recall. I think they had, yeah, no, it wasn't the first one, but it was the one that they definitely like postponed it
Right,
for
because
like,
of
I think it was 2 years because of
the COVID.
COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I cried a lot then too, but and then they were releasing a lot of makeup instead of music
Yep. I
before
remember that. I remember people were like,
I
"Oh my
have the
gosh,
entire collection.
they're teasing something new. Is it going to be new music?" No, it's just
No,
makeup.
it's makeup. And you know what? I don't care now. I'm less bitter because we got Foundations of Decay and I
Mhm.
got all three lines of their like makeup hip dot collab. So
Nice.
I love my chem. They
Hmm.
heavily influence me. Gerard Way like
Yep.
influences like my performances so much. He was the one that really taught me that in this world of things, you can really just like be yourself on stage and just go crazy and just
Yeah.
show people that you love the music, and everyone's gonna love you for it, and everyone's gonna want to have fun too. So,
Yep.
and yeah, that's where a lot of my confidence comes from for sure. But yeah, Blink 182, I mean, I like Blink. I'm gonna be performing Blink at the festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I went to the to When We Were Young Fest and I skipped Blink 182 set to go see Set It Off in Bowling for Soup. So
Fair
Whoa.
enough.
Okay, that's
Fair
fair.
I
enough.
love Bowling for Soup. I'm a
Bowling for
huge
Soup is
fan.
great.
They're great as
Yeah,
well.
Yes.
yeah.
And
All right.
I don't regret that decision, unfortunately. So
Oh, you should. You
sorry.
shouldn't, I mean. I
No.
not you should. You dirty. No.
How dare
You
you? No.
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
How dare you, fake
How
emo?
dare you? You little stinker. Okay.
Oh, my
Well,
feelings.
I know, right? All right. Well, Mary Jo, you did it. Thanks so much for hanging
Yes.
out with us. You know, if you got if you got one last thing, if you can just let us know what you got going on, where they can find you, what's next for you.
Yeah, so you can find me at Walk on Mars Band on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook if you still have one of those. And you can look up my cover of Stacy's Side, well, Stacy's Mom, my Stacy's Side version on YouTube, and you can watch the full version of that. It's out now. And stay tuned for new music. I am going to be doing a photo shoot pretty soon for the next single. And I think that's all I can really say right now,
All
at
right.
least with what I have permission with. So.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And make sure you go check her out at Skull House Rock Fest. That's what you're doing here. That's what we're doing. We're
Yes, it's
this
Crone.
the big special for Skull House Rock. And speaking of Skull House Rock,
First try, you would have
Mary,
got it right
thanks
though.
so
You
much for
said it right
hanging out
first
with
try.
us
So
today. Now we're gonna jump into our final guest, Dustin Kron from Skull House Rock Fest. Boop. And we're back with our next guest. Super stoked. We've got Dustin Kron joining us. Dustin, thanks so much for joining us today.
thank you guys for having me. This is going to be great.
Yeah,
Oh,
welcome in.
it's gonna be fun, because we're here to get into the nitty gritty of the Skull House Rock Music and Tattoo Festival. You got so are you gonna get yourself a tattoo?
I have a bunch, and I might get one this year. I did not get one at our year one fest. I might get one this year.
Yeah.
Um, our tattoo shop does a really fun thing. They do like $25 tattoos, and then they scale the prices up. So you can get
That's
one for super cheap or super expensive. They try to be as affordable as possible.
I think the cheapest tattoo I've ever gotten was $60. I would kill for at least quasi decent $25 tattoo.
Yeah.
But I would
But
assume your guys' tattoos are much better than quasi decent. I'm just saying, I would settle for a quasi decent $25 tattoo.
And I think that's their mindset. They build up this flash sheet, and whether it's themed after rock or themed after Halloween or themed after whatever, and they
Yeah,
got this price tag, they bring in people who might not be able to afford something just by a few dollars out of their range, but they can pick one, or they got a patchwork sleeve, they got something they can fill in. And that's
cool.
what it's all about.
I
Bringing
love
people
that.
in who might not be able to get it, but just can because they fit this little price margin. It was perfect.
That's cool, man. Yeah, my $60 tattoo I got was it was my Descendants Milo tattoo I got at
Okay.
Four Chord Festival a couple years ago where I got to see the Descendants finally. So that was cool. My
I
little
just
my little
recently
Milo.
I just recently got into Descendants because of
Oh,
the band that I manage, which is really funny. They did a cover of one of their songs, and then I just started listening to like a whole bunch of their stuff, which is really cool.
oh, I love them. They're so
Hell yeah.
good. Brett, are you a Descendants fan? I don't know. I don't
I
know how
very
deep your punk rock goes.
I very lightly dabble at best.
Okay.
Like I'm familiar with and I've listened to in passing. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've actually just been recently trying to test out the Misfits because now
I was just thinking of that too, you know?
yeah. Well, my thing before was like when I was younger, right? And when you're young, you make decisions, and those decisions sometimes just stick with you, even if it's not entirely accurate. And so when I was younger, I was like, I don't like the or not the Descents. I love Descents. I don't like the Misfits. Their music, the recordings are so bad, it's unlistenable. It's so bad, I can't even listen to it. And now, as an adult with a better ear palette, I mean, there's still bad recordings, but it's
Right.
not unlistenable. And the songs are fucking
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, they got some classics,
Yeah.
you know? Like I'm in the same boat. Like I dabbled in the Misfits. I'm probably more familiar with the Misfits than I am the Descendants,
Okay.
but I
All
feel
right.
you.
Well, we're not. No one cares what I think about the
No, yeah,
Misfits, and
right.
but Dustin, what? So, what was the initial inspiration behind starting Skullhouse Rock Music and Tattoo Fest? Was there like a light bulb moment when you knew this just had to happen?
Kind of. So I was a philanthropy chair for my college fraternity, and I wanted to do a benefit concert, which we did, but unfortunately, the college would not let me sell tickets, so we could not raise any money at all. So it just kind of flopped.
Okay.
So after that, through that summer, I was thinking about how I could kind of figure out how to do that and make this event like a reality to where it actually worked. So last year I started the event and it was not like a charity event. It was just year one of a festival and I was trying to figure it out. I had never done anything like
Yeah.
this before from the ground up. And I booked a few bands and I rented out a venue and lost a whole bunch of money because I
That's
didn't
how
know
it
what I was
goes.
doing
Yeah.
and tickets were too expensive. Guarantees were like out of the wazoo. It was crazy. So this year we kind of dialed it back a little bit. I found a smaller venue. We added the two charities that I wanted to donate to because that was the whole goal originally was to have charities attached to the project because that's what I wanted to do in college and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And so we're in a smaller venue. We have a lot more bands this year. We had, I think, six last year. We have like upwards of 30 this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
It's huge.
we have these two charities and we're in a smaller venue. We got 3 days. And I think the whole we couldn't do it in college because of the rules and regulations of the college campus was just handicapping me. And then me kind of failing the first time and then just thinking if I dialed it back and retried it at least one more time
Hmm.
was my light bulb moment because I wasn't allowed to do it and then I kind of failed. So I wanted to at least do it one time where it was right and gonna work. And that's what I think this year too is because we did it in the summer and we're called Skull House Rock. Why would I do that in the summer? I don't know. So we rebranded. We're a Halloween festival now, which
Oh,
makes
cool.
total
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
sense. We just
Totally.
right.
shifted the dates into the fall, so now we're in October, and I think it works really, really well. We have costume contests, raffle baskets, and a whole bunch of stuff that's literally Halloween themed and is going to help these charities get donations and everything. And I'm just hoping that the turnout and the people that come out dressed in costume and the bands are already participating with costumes and promotion. Like they're excited
Nice.
to just be able to come and put their performance on while being dressed up and whatever they like fan base they want to be a part of. So I think it's just going to be a much different experience this time.
Hell yeah, man.
Very
That
cool.
sounds super fun.
To say it sounds like quite the evolution, but yeah, no, it sounds like a great time. What would you say the core like philosophy behind the festival is, and how do you think you differ from other festivals on like the East Coast and onwards?
Yeah, so like I've really only been to like one festival. I went to Boardwalk Rock this past May, which is a new festival that just came up in Maryland.
Sure.
And one thing that I've always seen with festivals is a lot of the state they have a lot of stages and they have a lot of overlap between stages, and you kind of have to race between acts that you want to catch, and you can only catch a few minutes of each set.
Right.
Which this year we do have two stages just because the venue we have has an outdoor like pavilion stage and then indoor main stage.
Hmm.
But the way I laid the set times out, which they haven't dropped officially yet, but we have little to no overlap in time. I think the only 2 days we have some overlap is there's maybe 5 to 10 minutes of overlap for a few acts because I want the people to like shift from like room to room so they can see the vendors or see the merch tables, but
Yeah.
also see the acts that are playing.
Right.
But if you do need a break from the music, you can stand in the room where they are just taking the breakdown and we can watch the other
Sure.
band set up if you want. But that way you shift
Hmm.
from the two rooms and can see the acts and don't have to rush between the two to see 5 minutes of a set because you want
Right.
to see both bands at the same time.
Right. No, that makes
But
sense. I
also,
mean,
I wanted to bring people together. And obviously, it's great to do that in a big venue, but it's better to start with a smaller venue, bring people together, and just have a really nice experience with people that listen to the same things that you do
Hmm.
and just get to meet and have fun with people. and while you're also supporting a good cause at the same time. Because everybody wants to do that. Like you go to a concert and you meet so many like-minded people, and that's just something that I wanted to do.
Awesome. And one of the I was thinking, I was like, where you were saying that you've really only been to one other festival, and it's like that's also like, you know, that's also kind of cool because it allows you to form your own idea of what this should look like instead of I go to all these festivals, I've been to so many of them, I want to do that, I want to try and make it just like that, to where most of these festivals are pretty interchangeable. It's pretty much the
Right.
same thing across
Right.
the board. But this get not really being involved in that scene as much kind of gives you a different insight, like, or outsight, if you think about it, like you kind of like you're able to form your own ideas, and I think that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How did you go about selecting like the artists for this year's lineup? Was there like a particular sound, energy, or community you were looking to showcase?
So, it's kind of funny. So when we found out we were getting the two stages, I kind of wanted to go with the more variety aspect, kind of like, like you look at Warped Tour, they kind of just book kind of any kind of act almost. Like they do a little bit of pop punk, a little bit of punk rock, a little bit of metal, a little bit of hard. Like they go a little bit of everything. Got some like rap in there. So I know Young Gravy and MGK and some
Yeah,
other guys were in there. So I was like,
Eminem has
I like
played Warped Tour before.
Yeah.
yeah. So like there's
Way
some
back when.
everything. And I was like, I really want to get a diverse lineup of artists. And I mean, a lot of it's pop punk and a lot of it's punk rock or a lot of it's like
Yeah.
metal, post-hardcore style stuff. But we have a few hip hop artists. We have one of the bands is actually it's a rapper who has a band. So I don't
Okay.
know his exact style because I haven't seen his band play live. I've seen him live before, but I haven't seen his band live. So
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to do some rap rock or if they're going to do some rock or what kind of music they make. So that's going to be a nice surprise for me. And then we've got
Cool.
one of my friends from college is a pop musician, so he's coming out to play. And then again, what I do is I go through either the local music scene because I manage a band, so they're on the bill, and then I go through and give acts we've played with before or we're friends with, or I scroll through Instagram through followers to other local bands that I've seen at emo shows, or I just scroll through it and I'm trying to see who's like the next big thing. Like I'll see who you guys have featured on because I know Dawn, Jack, and
Hmm.
Leah, who've been featured on here before, are some of our acts.
Hmm.
And then I found Walk on Mars, who we had David Michael Frank last year, and
That's
they've
cool. I
played
love
with him
that dude.
before.
Yeah.
And I think Dawn and Jack have played with him at Nemo Night before too. Like
Hmm.
so, we have a bunch of Nashville artists, and a lot of them are based down there. So like scrolling through social media and trying to see who's on the algorithm, who's got fans and stuff like that is what I'm doing. But I want to find up and coming regional acts, and then also really like good local acts that I've seen before or haven't seen before because if I've seen them all before, it's not going to be inherently different, but I just
Hmm.
know they're going to be good. But I have a bunch of acts I've never seen before. And then there's the one of our acts, Grave Robber, they reached out to me because they saw it with Halloween themed. They were like, "Hey, we make horror punk. Can we like be on the bill?" And I was like, "You
Hell
guys
yeah.
fit the theme. You guys should come out 100%." So I got them just like I got the Haunt. The Haunt fits the theme perfectly. So that's kind of how we designed it. And Walk on Mars, when we were designing kind of the bill, and I reached out to them and Dawn and Jack, we came up with an emo night idea for Sunday night. So they're all just going to share the stage and have a really fun time together
Cool.
for like two and a half
Very cool.
hours.
That's awesome.
That'll be fun.
I mean, it sounds like a little bit of something for everyone, honestly, which
Yeah.
I love that. Again, it kind of makes me think of like, going to Warped Tour back in the day, but you go on one stage, Devil Wears Prada is playing, and then you walk a little further down, and Katy Perry's playing on one of the old small stages.
Oh man,
Like just
Katy Perry.
yeah, but it's great. Again, little something for everyone. It's not, you know, very anti gatekeeper. Just bring it
Mhm.
all, have fun, listen to
Totally.
music. I guess one thing I was curious about too is like, because I've never really, personally done anything in terms of like organizing a festival or anything of those sorts. What is like what does the day to day look like for that? Like, what's been like the biggest challenge for you setting up, a festival? And I guess on the opposite end of that, what's been the most rewarding part of booking a festival?
So the hardest part is, I think, at least for this year, was kind of trying to find a venue that was going to be suitable and, in a sense, affordable. Because last year I was at Ramshead Live and it was very expensive, but it's big, but it was very expensive, and we didn't have the charities attached, so there was like nothing I could do to work with the venue that way. And they were on like AXS, which has a high ticketing fee and all that stuff.
Right.
This year I went to an
Mm.
American Legion Hall, and we have the charities attached, and those guys know how nonprofits work and everything, and they donated me the space this year.
Wow, very
And
Cool.
cool.
all the food and drink sales are going to go to them, but
Right.
they donated me the space because they saw that I was trying to raise money for these charities, and that's what they wanted to help me with.
Right.
And that meant a lot to me because they saw what I was trying to do. And that's why we moved to this location. And then, so finding a venue was hard, but then reaching out to bands, whether it be through DMs or through emails or through booking agencies and management, trying to find headliners, support acts that aren't local or super huge regionals is really hard, because getting in contact with them and getting them to like actually email you back in a timely manner is just really difficult, especially when I was starting this back. I think it was last December and January is when I really started like digging in to really start booking, because I wanted to get like do a really long waterfall of information from like April to now, basically. That way I was constantly posting just to keep the algorithm with the page.
Hmm.
And then I think those are the two hardest things. And then like now we're kind of combating a few acts that have to drop due to scheduling conflicts or stuff that like might come up because they've been on the
Sure.
bill for so long, but then like either they forget or they didn't write it down and someone overbooked themselves or something like that.
Right.
There's a little issues, but like the most rewarding part I think is seeing what it is now. Like you look at, the lineup, there's like 30 bands on it, and you look at yourself like, wow, you put 30 bands on a bill in however many months time. Because like back I had the entire lineup pretty much booked by the end of May 31st, because that's when I dropped my first full lineup poster.
Hmm.
And then we added a few other acts just because of there was a little bit of time slots that needed to be adjusted, or we had some people that were maybe wanted to back out or couldn't play or something like that. So we had to revamp it, but also adding vendors and everything. So it's just looking at what you were able to do. But I mean, it's not all me. All the booking and everything is me, but we have a haunted house kind of thing and some haunted themes this year. So I have a
Cool.
friend who is kind of hosting the haunted house, and she has some people that are going to work with her for that. And we go out and we go and buy decorations, or we look at stuff like that. So I have friends that help me with merch and designing all of that stuff. So it's not just me. I have a team and like my family that help me with things. So like without them, it would just be a concert pretty much with
Right.
with some vendors and like no
Yeah.
decorations, no merch, and me just making my flyers on Canva Pro. Uh so that's
Hey,
where all my flyers come from.
hell yeah, it's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rewarding to see all the work that you and a small team can do, and
Right.
hopefully that small team can expand into something more if it's
Well,
successful.
yeah. And I feel like too. I mean, every year you're probably making more and more connections at
Hmm.
at this festival, and it probably helps you the next year. Making connections. You said kind of the general progression of things. Kind of you slowly start to find more and more people to fit and fill different roles to make things run smoother moving forward. So
Yeah. I mean, I I also like run, a small festival, significantly smaller than what you're doing right now, each year. It's our punk rock flea market. So I know like a tiny bit about what it takes, and on my level, it's significantly hard. It's very hard. So like more power to you, man. It is it's tough to put these on. It ain't no joke.
I
Um,
appreciate that. I mean, I've seen you advertise the flea market, and it looks like you guys are doing great work with that
well,
too.
thanks.
So
Thanks.
at whatever
It's
level
fun.
that you're doing it, just keep bringing people together.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's
Bring
the goal.
community,
Yeah.
baby. It's a good time though. We have a lot of fun every year. So what's like one thing you hope every attendee walks away from, Skullhouse Rock feeling or remembering?
I just hope when people come to Skullhouse Rock, they see at least one artist that they hadn't heard before and they would start listening to, whether it's a local act or a regional act or one of our headlining acts that they'd never heard of before and they started to like them, or that they just supported something and came and made a friend, something like that. Something that small, I found a new artist or I found a new friend.
Yeah.
I
That's
like that.
that's what it's all about. Finding new friends. And like once again, community, man. Like building that community like 'cause for a lot of people, it's this might be the only thing they do that year. This might be one of the only concerts they get to go to, or they couldn't go to Warp Tour, but they could go to this, and with the state of the world and everybody's anxious and in trauma right now, like it's this shit's important, it's
Yeah,
important, like it's important work that you're doing.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, guys. Or that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Um, so if you could have any guest, living or dead, on Skullhouse Rock, who would it be and why?
Um, by guest, do you mean just a guest act or like a
Just
guest like
like a
speaker
headliner.
guest
Like, yeah,
Whatever
headliner?
whatever you want.
yeah, yeah,
Whatever you want.
right.
Oh my, that's kind of like a little bit of a loaded question because I like three people immediately popped or three bands immediately popped into my head.
All right.
Oh,
Because
let's
my
hear 'em.
my current favorite band is Halocene.
Okay.
They became really big through COVID. And they're still my favorite band. They make fantastic music. Addie's vocal range is phenomenal. But I also really, really love Måneskin and would love to have them to do anything. I just think they're a very talented Italian band. And also Palais Royale. I think they're fantastic. I think those are my top three picks.
Damn, man. I mean, these are I
Those are great picks.
they're good picks, and I've never heard of any of them, which is really cool. Like, and no, it's really cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's like those are like deep picks, man.
Right.
Like, you could have picked any like out of anything. You're like, oh, I got these fucking bands. You may never
Well,
even heard of them. Check them out.
and now the official word is out there. Maybe they stumble across this video and they're like, "Hey, we should talk to that guy.
Yeah,
We
I
should
would
we
hope
should do
so.
this."
yeah.
You know,
We'll just have to tag them. Make sure. Hey guys, check
again,
us out.
connections,
Year
community.
three. Year three.
Yeah.
All right. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now, like for somebody maybe wanting to like, start their own concert or festival or something in their own community, uh, so a piece of advice that you know now that you wish knew when you were starting last year, or like what would that be?
I would say start small. I kind of shot for the moon with Ramshead Live, being an expensive venue, and I also spent a lot in guarantees to bands. I thought having a co-headline. We had First to 11 and DMF as our co-headliners, so they're both First to 11's a kind of renowned Pennsylvania cover band. They're pretty popular on the East Coast, and they've toured quite a bit. And DMF's like huge on social media. He makes some good music. He's a pretty good guy. And I was like co-headliners. These guys are going to do it. And when you're booking headliners, they're the guys you expect to draw, so you give them some guarantees. But also last year, I gave everybody a guarantee because I wanted my artists to get paid.
Right.
That's kind of something that I've seen in the local scene. Some people don't get paid, and it's just very unfortunate.
Hmm.
And this year, I structured my contract where even everybody, even locally, still gets paid. It's just based still on ticket sales. It's just
Right.
you get paid that way instead of just straight me handing you money. You get paid just you sell one ticket, you get paid. That's kind of it. Um,
Sure.
but I think start small, find a small venue, find some local bands that you go out and see. Like if you're out at local concerts all the time, talk to the bands, see if they'd be interested in joining you on this like journey. Because at the very
Yeah.
least, they would be like, hey, like we'll play on the bill, but like could you cover like 5 beers for us, or we'll just sell tickets and we'll get paid off of that.
Yeah.
However you structure your contract to where it's like if I sell this many tickets, but I get paid for the because a lot of minimums you don't get tickets for it or you don't get paid for it. Like it's like you sell 15 tickets and after those then you get paid. I think
Hmm.
that's a little unfortunate. So it's I
Right.
structured mine to where, there is like a slight minimum, but you still get paid for that minimum because
Mhm.
Right.
we still have to cover
Right.
production, but you still get paid for that minimum anyway. You get a certain percentage first and then you get a bigger percentage later.
Yeah.
So it's just a front end back end on our for our locals. So
Yeah.
but yeah, start small, small venue, local bands, and if you have the capital, you still I'd say smaller venue, but maybe reach out to an up and coming regional act that you've seen maybe tour between let's say East Coast DMV area, Virginia, DC, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and they tour those 4 states. Maybe you can get somebody that's a little bit bigger than a local band for a couple $100, and then
Yeah.
maybe that'll help you on that little journey. But start small. I think that's the most thing, and utilize the connections you have, family, friends, coworkers, the people that you know.
Great advice. I
I
mean,
yeah. Yeah.
it is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like everybody wants to kind of shoot for the moon right out the gate, and it's tough. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this too, and heading into year 5, still don't know what I'm doing, but uh, I do a little better each year, and you just got to keep. If you want to do something, just do it, and
Hmm.
you know, if you know somebody that knows how to do any aspect of it, ask for help or wing it, figure it out.
Yep.
I mean, that's how most of us do it. It's just kind of wing it and figure it out. That's
I agree
part
with
of,
that.
that's part of the fun, though. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for that part. Now it's time for some food for thought. Um, if you're not hungry, at this point, I mean, we're pretty far into the show, and this is the third food for thought segment, so you should probably
Starving.
be hungry at this point, starving. Uh,
Always.
so
And I always feel so bad for our guests because they always have to stare at the Taco Bell sign behind me this whole time.
Hmm.
true, true,
So
true.
you're welcome for that.
Yeah, it's true. Brett, that Taco Bell sign.
Isn't it glorious though?
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's just yeah,
All right.
really really ties the room together.
It sure does. So Dustin, what is your go-to like fuel when you're in the thick of festival prep, Do you have any must-have snacks or caffeine fixes to keep the engine running?
Oh man, caffeine fixes for sure. I stri right now I actually have a Monster with me. Um,
Okay.
but I typically drink actually really it is Monster most of the time. Sometimes I will indulge in like a C4 or something like that, but it's mostly a Monster of any flavor as long as it's one of the ultras. I think I don't even know what my favorite would be at this point, but yeah, it's typically a Monster. And then if I had to get something quick, I would probably say it would probably be like Taco Bell. I don't eat fast food often, but it'd probably be Taco Bell or maybe Wendy's. And if I was feeling expensive, Five Guys, probably.
Ooh, dude, that's Five Guys is so good,
It
but
is.
Yeah,
it is so fucking expensive.
yeah. Like
God.
$15 for a cheeseburger, man.
Right.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like
It tastes like a $15 cheeseburger.
it does, but
Hmm.
at the same time, it's like you can also get better $15 cheeseburgers at
That is
like
true.
a sit down restaurant too. Just depends. Not Applebee's, that's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah, no.
Their burgers aren't as bad as you'd think, though. They're not
Man, don't get me started on Applebee's, man.
quesadilla burger.
Yeah, I have thoughts on Applebee's. We could have an entire podcast on
We should do the
my
Applebee's episode.
uh, we should actually. 'Cause I have thoughts, but we'll save that for a rainy day. I mean, you mentioned Taco Bell, and I don't know if you gathered this. I'm somewhat of a Taco Bell fanatic. What would
Connoisseur.
Yeah.
connoisseur? I know my bell. What's your go-to order at Taco Bell?
I'm a huge fan of the Cantina menu.
Oh,
Okay,
Um,
all right.
I like I think it's the Cantina chicken burrito box
Hmm.
is I think probably my go-to right now. But I did recently try the Cantina like burrito bowl.
hmm.
That's like basically like their go on the Chipotle bowl,
Yeah.
which is not it's
Right,
pretty good. So
it
like
is.
Taco Bell stepped
Yep,
up their game with that Cantina menu, and anything on it
Yep.
is good, and I can go to that menu. So whatever's on that
I
menu
agree.
is
I
it.
will say I like the Cantina menu quite a bit. However, if I ever get anything off the Cantina menu, I always get it without cabbage. I don't know why I can't do the cabbage on anything. Like I love the Cantina chicken soft tacos, but I gotta get rid of the cabbage, and then it's mint.
I've
But
never
those
I can
tried
bowls
it.
agree
are
with that.
those bowls are damn good though. I mean, that's like almost like I won't say a staple, but like if I want Taco Bell after the gym, that's usually what I go with is one of those bowls, and just get with like the sour cream and razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's they definitely did step up their game with that.
I've never tried the Cantina menu.
You should try it. Give it a shot, Pat.
I probably won't.
Just get it
Uh,
without cabbage. Just get it
I,
without cabbage.
I
You'll be
probably
set.
won't though because I like the ground beef and
Um,
cheesy gordita crunch, dude.
I know.
Mm.
I know.
So
Y-
I
Yeah.
I here's the thing, and this is maybe a hot take, but I don't order chicken ever. Anywhere, anywhere.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Um like sit down restaurant, like a Burger King, McDonald's. The only time I ordered chicken is if I were to go to Popeyes, but I've only been to Popeyes once. So
Fair enough.
I ordered chicken there though.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I don't order chicken
Huh.
any ever. Just a thing.
Today I
I don't
learned.
know. Yeah, the more you know.
Yep.
All right. Our last food for thought question. This is another staple question. If Skullhouse Rock Fest was a potato, what kind of potato would it be?
Oh man. Are we talking like the style that it would be cooked in? Is that kind of what we're going for? Or
However, wherever
Anything.
your heart takes it.
Right.
okay. Um, Honestly, I feel like the most versatile form, or maybe not versatile, but accepted form of potato is like a French fry of some sort.
Okay.
Um, because like almost everybody eats French fries, and that's what I'm
Hmm.
trying to go for is like almost everybody, if not everybody, should be able to attend Skullhouse Rock because of how I try to curate the lineup and put a little something for everybody there. So I think a French fry, just your standard French fry, not too thick and not too thin, where it's just enough crunch, but just enough potato in the
Yeah.
same.
One
Like
could
it.
say it's a very inviting potato,
Hmm.
welcoming all.
It is a very welcoming potato.
The all encompassing potato.
Dude, guys, so I just learned on Sunday that one of my best friends in this whole world, right, thinks the best kind of fry is a crinkle cut fry. That's fucked, guys.
I mean, isn't the correct answer curly fries?
Yes, the correct answer is curly fries or
Right.
McDonald's fries. Those are
Right.
the only two acceptable answers. A, a crinkle cut fry is barely a step above a potato wedge. Like, no one wants either of them.
I mean, I would take a potato wedge over like like a crinkle cut fry for sure. Although I guess, yeah, I would for sure.
Yeah, he literally told me that if he goes to like Carl's Jr., Hardee's, um or Arby's, He will get their crinkle cut fries over the curly fries. I walked out. So I'm done. I gotta go
See,
home, dude.
I avoid crinkle cut fries. I look at them, I'm
Yeah.
like,
They're
pass.
they're only
Give me tater tots or something else, dog.
yeah,
Like I don't.
they gotta be crispy, man. Like they gotta
Yeah.
have. He also told me Burger King fries are better than McDonald's fries.
Okay. I'm with him on that.
What? They're gross, dude.
I'm with him on that. I will take Burger King and Wendy's fries over McDonald's fries, but
Oh my God.
they're all great. They're all great. But I've always loved Burger King fries compared to McDonald's fries.
Oh my
I'll
God.
I will die on that hill. Like Burger
Guys.
King fries are my shit.
Guys, this isn't okay, guys. This is- We're not
Hey, come on,
okay.
and we can't talk about fries without talking about Wendy's fries.
Wendy's fries are
great.
subpar.
They're great.
Fine. They're fine. They're fine. Nothing is better than McDonald's regular fries. I think you're fucking with me now.
I'm not.
I-
I swear I'm
dude,
not.
I think you're
I've been
trolling me.
I've been saying this for years. Like Burger King fries are better than McDonald's fries.
I'm having heart palpitations right now.
that was the last
Maybe
time Brett
it's
was on a
maybe it's
podcast.
maybe it's too much Taco Bell. That's probably the
That's
actual problem, but
more likely.
okay. That's enough of the food for thought segment. Brett, I will scold you later.
They say Pat's bitter now.
Oh. All right. Now it's time for rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just gonna speak from the heart. You're just gonna shoot from the hip. Whatever the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's not one of these two options that I present to you, you just speak your truth. You ready?
Okay,
Okay.
I guess.
You got this. Liquid Death or LaCroix?
Liquid Death.
Yeah.
And
I
I,
really
love
want-
LaCroix.
I really wanted
But
to try
Liquid Death.
that new cereal one. Brett got to try it, but the
It's good.
Fruity Pebbles one.
I like it.
There's no place up here that's got it.
You don't have a Meyer by you?
No, we don't have a Meyer. We have Cub Foods.
Oh, wow.
That's poopy.
Sorry.
Spence's. Spotify or Apple Music?
I actually don't use either. I use YouTube Music.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
There-
Nice.
Nice. South Park or Family Guy?
Oh, I would probably take. I'm gonna take South Park.
Yeah. That's good.
That's right.
That's fine. uh, MySpace or TikTok?
I wish I was old enough for the MySpace era. I'm gonna go back in time to MySpace.
Yeah, that's still the
Not a
right
TikTok.
answer. That's fair. I like TikTok a lot, but you know, it ain't no MySpace.
MySpace nostalgia, man. Like
Nostalgia space. Keeping it old school though. Drive-through records or fueled by ramen?
I'm not gonna lie. I do not know what either of those really are. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't
It's gonna
have
show
any.
how much I didn't pay attention when I was actually listening to music.
You're good, man. It's also like a bit of a throwback though, so you know,
right.
you don't got to worry about that. All right, moving on. Beanies or snapbacks?
I wore snapbacks for so long. I do love a good beanie, but I'm gonna stick with snapbacks.
Nice. Darth Vader or Lord Voldemort?
Darth Vader. I'm a Star Wars fan forever.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the correct answer.
That is still the correct answer.
Yep.
Has been since we first started asking it. All right, this is our last question. These were good options here, Brett.
Thank you. I tried.
Sum 41 or The Offspring?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with The Offspring. I
Yeah.
love both bands, but I think I love The Offspring just a little bit more than Sum 41, unfortunately.
That's fair. What's your
They're kind of classics, you know. Like
what's your favorite Offspring album? Nave Bad
Um,
Songs. No, just kidding.
God, what's the red one called? That one's like Rise and Fall, Raging Grace.
Okay.
That's a
Right?
great
That's
album.
it.
Great record.
I was that was like the first Offspring album I owned. Before I switched to YouTube Music, I owned an iPod, so I just
Yeah.
bought that album and I listened to every song for
Yeah.
like all the time.
What's funny is that's probably the last full Offspring record I listened to, like all the way through, but I loved it.
The new one's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't checked it out yet. I
Now,
haven't listened to new Offspring in a long time, but
I think
Rise
it's
and
very
Fall is
good.
a great album.
It's very good. It's very reminiscent of like, their older stuff. They've always been actually pretty consistent though.
They
But
have. They have.
the only thing is that I can't unhear this because someone on the show had said that he sounds like Weird Al Yankovic singing The Offspring now, and I really can't unhear it. I do recommend you go check it out with that in mind because it's pretty hilarious, but it also is like, fuck, man, why you gotta be like that?
I was gonna say, Pat, what's your favorite Offspring record?
X-Nay on the Ombre for
Yep.
sure.
Same.
100%.
Same. Yeah, same here. I love that record.
It's so good, start to finish.
Yep. I love all the intermissions and just all the little actual razzle dazzle they sprinkled in there. It was great.
Yeah. No, I love when a band does that too.
Yep.
All right. Well, Dustin, that's it. You did it. You finished the podcast. Now all that's left, man, just give us a little recap, what's going on when so Skullhouse Rock Fest is on October 24th, 25th, 26th, correct?
Yep, that is when.
Yeah, where can they get tickets? Like let us know what's going on.
So you guys can get tickets through our Instagram. We have the link in a link tree. It takes you right to our Eventbrite, and I believe it's also on our Facebook. And there's also a link in our link tree to donate to our Blood Cancer United. We have a specific dedicated page for that, and we will also have the Kelly's Dream page up as well, so you guys can donate there as well.
Hell yeah. We will
Beautiful.
also have those links in the description so you can get to them right from the show. But man, Dustin, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. This was a ton of fun. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for putting this on, and thanks for getting us in touch with some of the bands as well to be able to do the special.
And thank you guys for having me. I really enjoy being on the show. And actually, let me send you those links real quick.
Yeah, go
Sure.
right ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go right ahead. Well, shit, guys, with that, this has been another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast, and I will see you all on Monday. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you to those who already are. Please rate and review the show to help the show be found by new people. And if you're in the position to help us grow, head on over to our website where you can find merch, our Patreon, and other ways that you can help at www.unsignedpoppunk.com. Let us know in the comments who else you'd like to see on the show and what other content you would like to see. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.